We are back, y'all. We are back. And it's okay. It's good to be back. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what the fuck I did, but I did some. Let me skip this cutscene real quick so I don't have this music blaring in my fucking ear. Oh wait, shit. I accidentally left Premiere Pro open. Let me quickly. Stream might lag for a sec while I gotta quickly save and shut down. Just don't want this taking up like a bunch of power. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Got that shit down. Now we out here. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Alright. God, they need to stop replaying this cutscene, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Oh my god. Boom. We are back on Corpus Party Book of Shadows. I haven't played this game in a minute. And what chapter are we on now? I think chapter 3. Demise. Oh wait, no. I just remembered. If you want to start off a new chapter, you have to press new game. Which is a bit stupid, but like whatever, do you know what I mean? Yo, what's up, Umar? Are we close? Yeah. This is seeing this game. Yeah, you know it. Hold up, chat buffered for a sec. Yeah, I moved a bit closer. Just because I realized that like when it's fully zoomed out like this, it's just a lot of space. So I was just like, if I just zoom it in just a tad, I take up more space. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit less like a wasted area, bro. You know what I'm saying? Though I do want to move it up. You know, 6 foot man. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, yeah. Yes, Sirski. Alright, I think I need to open up a new game. I think that's how we can unlock the new chapter. Yeah, encounter. Alright, shit. Let's go. Oh, shit. Let's see. Tenjin 5. Is that a 2-3 or is it 3-3? He's actually the cuddle of the dog if you get jump scared. Oh, him as well. Oh yeah, I moved him just because when he's on my bed, he takes up mad space when I'm sleeping, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I moved him there for a little bit, where like the boots are, but like I realized that I'm always covering him. I was like, I need him, like just closer. I just need him here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I also put a little sticker on the mic, so you guys have, you know, it's cute. He's cute. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Yeah, I'm just making sure the background still looks nice. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit messy, but like I live here. Like it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be perfect, but like it's decent. It's decent. Decent little backdrop. Let me. Yeah, cool. Hey. This really wasn't my day. I knocked over my alarm clock this morning, and of course it stopped working. Oh man. The very last pork sandwich sold out right before my eyes during lunch. Just my luck. And I was roped into a favor when I happened upon my homeroom teacher, Mr. Yamazaki, long after the school day had ended. So now, like it or not, I was on my way to deliver some notes to Miss Yui, our homeroom TA, who was out sick with a cold. I'll have to make sure I apologize to Yuka later. I know how disappointed she'll be that I'm missing our shopping date. Oh, damn, okay, you got a little date going, okay. Hey. When's that gonna be me, though? When's that gonna be me, though? No, I'm mad. Hold on. I completely forgot. I gotta put the stream on my story real quick. You know what I'm saying? I gotta promote. Y'all chill. Y'all gotta chill, bro. Alright, hold it. Shit, yeah. Yeah, hold up. Cool. Take a quick story post. You know what I'm saying? Gas. You know what I'm saying? Live, yeah, okay. Gotta give it that classic font, you know what I'm saying? Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this YouTube shit, man, is so difficult, man. Get my good side for the story. Hunjo, bro. In fact, that's the story photo right there. Oh, it's a little bit out of focus, but it's fine. Doesn't matter. Live, yeah. You on the story, Gas. Posted that shit. Cool. You know what I'm saying? She just looks so much nicer now. You know what I'm saying? It's just so nice. You know, it's so cool. I'm so happy with the life that I live. Wow. And how disappointed she'll be that I'm missing our shopping date. Tenjin 523. Number 11. Found it. This doesn't actually read 633 number 77 anyway. I stopped and compared the memo in my hand with the apartment building in front of me. It was 2 stories tall and looked a little on the shabby side. I'm just gonna stop streaming now. It's been a fun time, guys. It's been a fun time, but like, I'm set. It didn't seem very solid, nor was it particularly stylish or chic. It was completely unremarkable structure in every way. Apartment 207 is at 201. I've never been to Japan, right? I swear they don't use Romanized numbers. Because I was learning Japanese for a little bit. They have kanji for each number. So why is he getting confused? Surely they use the kanjis for numbers in Japan rather than using the Roman numerals. No, not Roman numerals. You know, the numbers that we use. You know what I'm saying? In any case, it seemed certain the apartment was on the 2nd floor, so I trudged up the startlingly narrow, steep stairs. Oh, startlingly. The metal staircase was thoroughly blotched with patches of rust. Why would someone live in such a rundown apartment building? Yo, teachers don't get paid this much, bro. You have to chill. Our teachers' salaries really that low? Surely they still work the same. Nah, cause like, so he's saying like, oh, is it a 201 or a 207? But like, 1 and 7 are very, very different in kanji. Like, you're not gonna mistake the two. So that implies that he's using the numbers that we use and not the kanji numbers. I just mean like visually speaking. It means the same, but visually speaking, you wouldn't get them confused. Oh, bro, why don't my friends text me when I'm on stream? You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone. Leave me alone, bro. You don't want to text me at any other point, and then as soon as I'm busy, all of a sudden I'm interesting to you? It's cool. It's cool. It's because my friends are fake, bro. I felt a little sorry for her. But in a way, this place kind of fit her personality. With that thought in mind, I turned my attention toward apartment 201. Here we are, 201. This doesn't look like Mrs. Yui's place. The door plate for the room nearest the stairs had a name I didn't recognize scribbled on it. Guess that means we try door number 2. Passing room 201, I continued down the narrow walkway to the end. Wandering alone around the apartment building I'd never been to before made me feel kind of nervous. It wasn't like I was doing anything wrong, but my back still tensed up as I maneuvered around piled up strollers, plastic toys, and bundles of newspapers. And then finally arrived at the last door. Bingo! This was it. I breathed. Yeah, look, they used... I guess that's a normal thing in Japan. I didn't know. That was it. I breathed a sigh of relief. The door plate for apartment 207 read Shishido. For an adult's handwriting especially, the letters were rounded and overly cutesy. This was Mrs. Yu's place, alright. What's this? I leaned in to read something written in a small script on the door of the door plate. Beware of cat? Shouldn't that be a beware of dog? That's Mrs. Yui for you. How exactly does one beware a house cat? Is it even possible for a house cat to be threatening? At any rate, I'd confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was Mrs. Yui's place, so my errand was nearing its end. What was Mr. Yamazaki thinking anyway? I understand taking handouts to sick classmates, but delivering class notes to the home of an absent teacher? That just seems weird. This isn't something a student should be doing. I was gonna say that, but I was like, it's a video game. I'm not exactly, you know, playing this for the in our hopes of like a crazy thing. Like, yeah, 100%, bro. Cats can be threatening as hell. You ever like just look at a cat and it's just, you know what I'm saying? Cats just, you pet them the wrong way. And that's the thing as well. They're always looking away from you. And then you piss them off. They're like, every single time. Give you this mad, judgy look. He said he was busy with meetings, though, and really needed one of his students to help him out. But was it really okay to entrust a school student with confidential class notes? Would it be kind of a problem if I were to read these? My mind kept drifting from one question to another, and I'd become acutely aware of the inherent value in these notes I'd held in my bag. But tempting as it was, I just couldn't bring myself to look at them. Pussy. Pussy. Shimazaki put his faith in me after all. I was stronger than that. I couldn't let this get the best of me. At any rate, I was here. I should have just been able to drop off the notes and be on my way. Putting all my doubts and misgivings aside, I rang the doorbell. And then I waited and waited and waited some more, but there was no answer. Huh? It did ring, didn't it?
Yui-sensei!
Miss Yui! I rang the bell again and also tried calling out. There was still no response. What should I do? Maybe she's sleeping. I don't want to wake her, but I am a little concerned. When we heard that Miss Yui was staying home sick today, we were all pretty disappointed. So part of me was actually pretty happy that I was asked to run over to her. I figured that I'd be able to check in, see how she was doing, and let everyone at school know she was feeling better. It never occurred to me that I might not be able to see her though. Mrs. Nothing, huh? Mrs. Yui, hello? Bro, leave this woman alone, bro. Bro, if I was her, bro, I'd be calling police, bro. There's this creepy guy at my door. He's banging, 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 banging. Yo, Yui. Yo, chill. Oh, maybe I can get a glimpse of the room inside. He's looking through my window, officer. That is a red card violation, bro. I kind of wrong piece of someone's house without their permission, but I was legitimately worried about Mrs. Yui's health, so my conscience was clear on this one. Damn, that's a scary ass cat. I take it back. You got beware, bro. Huh? Oh, the cat. A well-groomed cat was facing the door and staring back at me. Bro, why is this cat mogging, bro? It said tilted slightly to the side and let out an adorable meow. This must be the cat I was instructed to beware. Since Mrs. Yui was always going on and on about her little buddy, I was pretty sure I remembered his name. You're Moray, right? No, it's Monet, I think. Yeah, Monet. It's pretty cute. You are Monet. Bro, I couldn't go to my friend's house here. Open the door. I just had this little cat. The fuck is your cat doing, bro? Oh, chill. He's just like that, dude. In fact, now that I think about it, that's not even a cat. That's a man. That is a grown-ass man with cat ears on. She even had some tins of cat food hidden on a shelf in the classroom, probably because she'd bought too much and had no room for them in her apartment. Hey, kitty. Monet, is Yui home? If she's home, would you mind waking her up for me? That's a good kitty. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. My shoulders sank. I felt defeated. What the hell was I doing? I closed the mail slot and stood back up. Damn, I'm pretty sure Miss Yui is alright. She's probably just out right now or something. Which would mean the door's locked, I'm sure. Lost in speculation, I placed my hand on the doorknob. Within a quick twist, I turned it and pushed the door, opening it easily. Are you about to break in to your teacher's house, bro? Are you about to break in to your teacher's house? Who am I playing as, bro? Who am I playing as right now? It wasn't locked? Crap, that's not good. I can't let Monet get out. Damn, this place is kind of dark and dingy, bro. Teaching assistant, so it's calm, right? No! You shouldn't be walking into anyone's house unannounced. The fuck? Bro. It's not okay. Master was pretty careless, huh? Leaving the door unlocked like that. One of his whiskers twitched as I called out to him from the entranceway. What's that you say? She purrs. You are not funny, bro. You're not funny. You know what? This is my theory. This is my game theory. This is all a dream. And he's currently in the school wishing for our life again. You remember he was like, oh, I just wish I could see Miss Yui kind of thing. We're on the same page, Monet. Here I was talking to a cat. Was this what I'd become? What should I do? What should I do? I was feeling pretty uneasy. Not only had I peeped in someone's home, I walked in without a second thought. Moreover, this was where Mrs. Yui lived. Alone, in other words, a woman's apartment. No matter how many times I reminded myself that I was here on an errand, I couldn't help feeling that I not only crossed the line and leaped over it. You can be on any errand you want to be, bro. That doesn't make this okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yui-sensei.
Mrs. Yui. Tried calling her name one last time, but as expected, there was no answer. So what now? Damn, this fucking juice, bro, is doing something to me, bro. I was trying hard to avoid being too nosy, but my eyes inevitably began surveying the room. The apartment entrance led out immediately into the kitchen. That there was a sliding door into some other room. I could see the light through the gaps. I strained my ears, but there was nothing to hear. No signs of life whatsoever. She really must have been out. One more time. I tried calling out to her one more time. Just put my concerns at ease. I feel like I've seen me more specific if I stayed silent. Still nothing. Is he delivering notes? For real! That's what I'm saying! Even if he's in right now, yeah. Cool, he walked in. Okay. Okay, right. This is how we should have handled the situation. He opens the door just out of interest, and it happens to open. He didn't expect it to be unlocked. Fine. Accident. He doesn't want the cat to get out, so he panics and walks in. Fine. Fine. Put the notes on the counter and leave. Put the notes on the counter and leave. If you really want to be nice, if you have like a second, if you're willing to risk it, on one of the notes, take a pen and write out, "It's Moshida. I was told to deliver this. Accidentally walked in. You should lock your door more often. Kiss, kiss. See you tomorrow." That's what you should have put. That's what I would have done. I mean, if you open the door unknowingly, and then you're worried about the cat getting out, and then you panicked, surely it's longer to step in and shut the door than it is to just shut the door. Now take it back. You shouldn't. Okay, whatever. I'm waffling.
Yeah.
I cast out the sudden impulse. That was a terrible idea. That was a terrible idea. Pure and simple. Entering the apartment unannounced was bad enough, but walking all the way in, opening that sliding door and peeking inside, that was just too much. And if this I'd be pretty hot water, huh? No, scratch that. I'd be in plentiful, dense, scalding water. Monet mewed as if I was in agreement. Panicking, I once again surveying my surroundings. I almost felt like there were eyes on me staring from the distance. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Because I heard something. Because I heard like a... You know what I'm saying? Yo, so yeah, I can just leave a note. Wondering why I didn't think of this sooner. I don't get my bag with some paper and a pen. I was to come by. That should be enough, right? Mrs. Yui, crouching over the doorway, I remember pen against the page. Class notes, let me see how many behest. Woman's been worried about you. Sorry about barging into your apartment. Please don't forget to lock your door from now on. Bro, did I not tell you, bro? Did I not tell you, bro? Did I not tell you? Did I not? Am I goated? Chat, am I goated? Yes, Clean Up Prism, you're so goated. Yes, King. As I was writing the note, I sensed the presence in front of me. So just a moment ago, this house had no signs of human life in it, but now I can feel someone standing directly ahead. He looks up. It's Miss Yui. Maybe he's not a criminal, he's just kind of slow. Oh yeah, 100%. He looks up. It's Miss Yui, she's in a nightgown. She's been asleep this whole time, woken up by his loud ass, bro. It's pink and silk. Stands there. What are you doing? He sat there fucking pen and paper in hand. Hey, my fault. What do you say in that situation? My fault. You know what I'm saying? I tried to come in and your door is unlocked and I swear to God, I opened the door and I fell in, bro. I didn't want the cat to leave, you know? Missouri puts her hand in her fucking night dress thing. Pulls out a fucking Glock. Get the fuck out of my ass, you dirty little fucker. My imagination ran wild there. I don't know what was. Standing and looking down at me. Huh? Fidgeting nervously, I put down my pen, raised my head slowly. And I saw a white, slender ankle. I shot my head up there. It was just as you. What's the game? Read your mind again. Did I not say pink? Did I not say pink? She's standing there in her nightgowns in pink, bro. Bro. Oh, I'm so goated. Oh. I'm putting my pants down, bro. I'm putting my pants down. I don't care. Chill. Yo, chill. Yo, chill. Wait for the clock. All I'm saying is, yeah, I'm getting a weird gooner. This is some goon bait fucking drawing, bro. She is beautiful though. Let me not lie. Me personally? No, chill, 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 chill. Don't clip that chat. Don't clip that chat. Ah. Mrs. Yui? Are you good? Bro, if you got cancer, homie, what kind of illness do you have? She was looking right at me, but she seemed decidedly out of sorts. Her hair looked disheveled, her gaze was unsteady, and her pajamas in complete disarray. She was like a completely different person from the usual Kempt educator we'd come to know and love. I like the note I'd been writing, but... Mrs. Yu was just standing there, stupefied, with a completely vacant expression on her face. Miss Yui? I called out to her as gently as I could, but... Bro. She's doing this whole tire thing, yeah? Bro. He's like holding the thing out. He's shaking. He's shaking. Bro. So she's going to... She's gonna grab him to start strangling him. What are you doing in my house? Yo, Miss Chill, yo, chill. She was really dazed. She seemed almost like a ghost. Miss Yui, what happened to you? Sudden uneasy feeling, worried. August Miss Yui grabbed her shoulders and tried to snap her out by shaking her. But instead... Bro, what illness do you have, bro? Don't be coughing it on me, bro. I don't know. This just seemed to make her cough. Miss Yui? These were wet, productive coughs and... Frantically tried to shield my face from the spray. My reaction time just wasn't quick enough. I put a hand out to her cheek and found it thick with a slimy film of saliva. Where is this going? Can this be monetized? Chat, am I about to get banned for what I'm about to show? Groan. Are you okay, Miss Yui? Miss Yui hobbled back a little, then fell to her knees with a thud. She had completely sprawled out in the hallway, moaning and groaning the whole time. Bro, what illness does this woman have? Where's this game's age rating? That's a very good question. That's a very, very, very good question. Wait. Cause Party Book of Shadows. Peggy rating. 16 plus. Fucking hell. Wait. Does Steam have like age rating? Yeah, no, it doesn't. I mean, it's a pretty gory game. I'd imagine it would just be an immediate 18. Oh my gosh. Wow. Is it really 17 plus? 16 plus? But yeah, there you go. Corpse Party Book of Shadows is rated M for mature by the ESRB with intense violence, blood, gore, sexual themes, and strong violence. Strong language, sorry. So if y'all don't fuck with any of that, now's your time to go. But for now, whilst the big boys are staying, whilst the adults are in the room, I'm trying to get a little bit freaky.
Sensei.
Miss Yui, wiping the spatterings from my own face, I leaned over and took a better look at hers. It was bright red, strained breathing, a stuffy nose, and visibly high fever on top of it all. She was sick as could be. I'm cold. Cold, but you're dripping with sweat. Cold. I thought maybe her sweat had cooled her down, but then realized her disheveled pajamas definitely weren't doing her any favors. With her heart pounding a mile a minute and face red as a traffic light, I set about buttoning her up. Satoshi, you're getting a little bit too... You're getting a little bit too comfortable. You're getting a little bit too comfortable. Because what do you mean? You took it upon yourself to look at this woman on the floor, this grown woman, and you are a student, her student, and you choose to... I know what kind of man you are. You know this is right, Mochida from school. Hmm? If you're cold, you need to sleep under your covers, otherwise you won't get any better. She absent-mindedly extended her shaking arms like a zombie, slowly reopened her eyes and looked up at me. It was the gaze of a severely fevered mind. Tsukasa. Was that his full name? What? So... Who's trying to be like this with me? Oh my god, no one wants to be like this with me. Oh my god, I'm so ugly. Oh my god. No, I'm having too much fun, bro. Mrs. Yu is clinging to me tightly. I couldn't move. I was frozen in shock. She began to weep. You've come for me! Who's Tsukasa? What a lovely surprise. I'm so glad you're here. Or maybe it's like a man friend. You know what I'm saying? A man friend. No, not boyfriend, but a little, you know what I'm saying? A friend whom of which is a boy. You see, we've got the wrong person. It seemed like I wasn't getting through to her at all, and the sensation of her chest as she held me was making it virtually impossible to fight her grip. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, chat tweets didn't send. Oh god. What did you say, bro? Oh, it just says Lamau. Lamau. I never realized before how soft a woman's chest really... What does that sound effect they played? Pause! Pause, bro! God, am I that weak-willed? I had to remind myself that Mrs. Yui had me confused with someone else. Mustering all the strength I could, I gripped her arms and tried to pry them off me. But for some reason, I couldn't do it. I just kept thinking about her chest that I just couldn't pull her off. Oh my god, a real girl. A real woman has finally touched me. I don't know what to do. It was a lot stronger than I had anticipated and wouldn't let me get away. I was so scared, Tsukasa. I was so scared. Yeah, I never thought you'd actually come. She's giving me slightly. I felt as though her upper body may collapse under the pressure of her softest parts. What's happening? What's happening, bro? Tsukasa. This isn't a fire up, bro. That's another thing as well. You're doing all this, bro. She's sick as hell, bro. She's gonna fucking give that to you, bro. Now look, I'm not saying I blame him. Let me get that clear. If I was him. No, chat, if I was him. Cat. But I'm not him. Right? I'm not him. Which means COVID mask and a jury. 100%. Get your PPE on, bro. Get the PPE. Get gloves, mask. Nah. Bro, you gotta get a fucking bullet vest, bro. Get a bulletproof vest, because apparently her chest is just so fucking painful. Mrs. Yui, please let go. No, I won't. Come on, Mrs. Yui. I struggled to wriggle free, but Miss Yui only grabbed me tighter. Oh, he's getting more and more. Bro, you have a girl, bro. You have a girlfriend, bro. Isn't this game about like death and blood and gore and stuff? What's going on? Every time I squirm, Mrs. Yui would just pull me in even closer. This is your teacher. This is your teacher, bro. I'm not even gonna read anything else about this woman's chest. I just want to get to the game. I feel the heat of her fever radiating off her, steadily encroaching my face, as well as the shoulders I'd grabbed in an effort to push away. I'm telling you, you got the wrong guy. Questions were swirling in my head. Why was Mrs. Yui crying? And who was this Tsukasa person? But I was most concerned for the state of her pajamas, which had become even more disheveled during our struggle. The pajamas, your pants, You're sliding down. You're so warm. Realized that not a single word was getting through to her. I sighed resignedly. I'd taken care of Yuko any number of times when she got caught going for a fever, but I won't recall it ever getting this bad. Mrs. Yui was usually calm, collected, and rational. Who would ever imagine that a fever could leave her so thoroughly discombobulated? Real shit. Miss Yui, seriously pull yourself together. Put more strength into my resistance and finally her arms relaxed just the tiniest bit, but her expression changed drastically. No, please. I was even looking at her pants from there. Oh, shit. You're right, bro. That was an intentional look. That was like an intentional like. No, real shit. Please don't go, please. Miss Yui was acting like a spoiled child. Slipping out of the shoes I'd been wearing, I again drew close to her sprawled out form. There was no way I could just leave her here like this. No, I can't leave the mademoiselle like this. She's just so ill. She really needs someone there, and I mean, I guess if I have to do it, then. Miss Yui let out a lethargic groan. That word is not in my vocabulary. Just have to. Lethargic. Bro, this is not a hard word to read. Lethargic means feeling a lack of energy and motivation, a state of unusual tiredness and sluggishness that can be both physical and mental. Okay. Just had to understand. You know what I'm saying? The situation. You know what I'm saying? At my wit's end, I grabbed hold of her and did my best to carry her into the back room. Gently wheeling her over into her unfold futon, I then carefully laid her down, making sure I didn't drop her in the process. Then there was a matter of rebuttoning those pesky pajamas again. Oh no! Oh no! I hesitantly pulled up her pajama bottoms and brushed away the stray hairs that were plastered to her brow with sweat. I'd done my best to avoid seeing anything I shouldn't, but I am a guy, so my heart was pounding the whole time. Miss Yui's pajamas were soaked through with sweat. She really might have been better off with a change of clothes altogether. Oh no, I'm the only one that can do it. Oh no. But no, that would have been going way too far. I wish I could find a towel or something. Don't even judge me, bro. Don't even judge me. It's like I at least wipe some of the moisture away. Noticing convenience to look back, carelessly tossed the fly, glanced inside. Hey, she already bought cold packs. Why wasn't she using them? Jeez. It might be a little cold, but bear with me, okay?
これでよし。
Alright, I think that'll help. Placed one of the compressors on her forehead and pulled the covers over her. Miss Yuri appeared almost instantly relieved. She exhaled contentedly, and her breathing became more relaxed. Finally, she was asleep. Then she goes into school, like, yo, Mochida, come here. Come. You know, I had a really weird dream that you were in my house, and I couldn't help but just say it was a very realistic dream. Funny, isn't it? It's funny that. Oh, and in the dream you were buttoning my shit up. Can you explain that? Can you explain that? Can you explain that, little bro? Oh, Monet, were you worried about your master?
俺も
Do people say that in
ひ
Japan?
どいことになってるとは思わなかった
Do people say, like, instead of owners, they just go masters? That's weird. Hey, shit. Different continent, bro. Different continent, different culture, I guess. I don't blame you. When Mrs. Yamazaki said she was sick, I had no idea it would be this bad. Moneke had caught on my legs without me noticing. I began absentmindedly speaking to him. He mewed in response, and our conversation ended there, as my gaze was still fixed squarely on Miss Yui. I have a girlfriend waiting for me to do a shopping date, and I completely forgotten about her, and I would just want to stay here with my teaching assistant for some reason. Miss Yui,
俺
are you okay to be alone right now? She wasn't in any condition to respond. Monet and I witnessed 100%. But Miss Yui? Miss Yui's hand had slipped out from under the futon and was gently grasping my pant leg. Hey. Her grip was much weaker than before, but I knew I'd probably regret it if I went home now. Miss Yui just seemed really lonely.
仕方ないな
Guess I'll settle in then. Without this time Mrs. Yui holding me, I took... That's not normal. That's not normal. That's not normal. You're a good man, Satoshi. You're a good man. You're a good man. But good men know that there are boundaries. Anything but calling a paramedic. No, legitimately, bro. Then again, Japan might not have free healthcare, and I'm not paying those fees for my TA. But good men know when there's boundaries. One of those boundaries is you don't sit in a woman's house while she's completely unaware of the fact that you're there, while she's asleep. What do you think is going to happen when she wakes up? She's going to ask you to stay? No, she's going to tell you to get the fuck out. But this is a video game. So I'm going to assume that she's going to wake up and thank him and be okay with it, and everything's going to be all dandy. Occasionally, Mrs. Yui's breathing would become ragged, and she'd furrow her brow. She was in a pretty bad way. Poor thing. But there wasn't anything else I could do. I glanced quietly down the hallway. I noticed when I carried Mrs. Yui here that the kitchen near the entrance was perfectly neat and tidy. There wasn't an indication that it'd be used that day at all. I wonder if she's eaten anything. Manesuke shifted suddenly. I followed it and saw Pet's bowls laid out in the corner of the room. One dish was filled to the brim with water, and the other was piled high with dry cat food. How does this end up as a game about blood and gore? I think usually what they do is when you change character in each chapter, the chapter will start with part of their life before ending up in the haunted school. I think this is partially to just show what kind of character they are, but also their relationship with other characters. So I think this is just like a day he had before everything. And then like, yeah.
なるほど
See, someone's been eating well around here, huh?
熱出してあんな状態になってて
Even delirious with fever, she's still taking real good care of you. Well, that's not good, Mrs. Yu. You should be thinking about your own meals first. Hell no, bro. The cat comes first. Come now. I shook my head with the whole situation, then glanced down at Monet, who was tilting his head as if trying to understand me. I broke into a wry smile. When I'd pulled out the cold packs, I did notice some cheap convenience store food in the bag as well. I guess that was going to be her food for the day. Not exactly the best stuff to eat when you're sick. There was rice and eggs and leaves. Maybe I'll make a egg porridge or something. You nasty bitch. You nasty ass bitch. Bro, I think that's the bigger crime. If I woke up to someone just in my house and he said, I made you food, and my response was, oh, what food is it? Egg porridge. The fuck is wrong with you?
先生
Miss Yui, may I borrow your kitchen? The bright red and half pained contented noises provided me with no clear-cut answer to my question. I'm going to get much out of it. How about you, Monet? Do I have your permission to use the kitchen? In fairness, I do think if you're in this situation and you genuinely mean well and you're just in this person's house, if you end up in someone's house, right, I do think the best way to get caught would be cooking a meal. That's like the least threatening thing, I feel like. I feel like if I woke up with someone in my house, I would be the least scared if they were cooking food. Especially if it smelled good. If it smelled bad, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing in my house? But if it smelled good, I'd be like, now what you cooking? Monet's cries helped assuage my guilt of entering a woman's apartment and borrowing her kitchen. Not that I had any reason to feel guilty. I don't think anyway. I mean, circumstances were what they were. This guy does a lot of mental gymnastics to justify this to himself. Still, I had this nagging sense that I should have somehow felt bad about what I was doing. Excuse me, please, Miss Yui. I'm going to need to get up. One by one, I gently peeled off each of the fingers latched onto my pant leg. Bro, there's two. There's two, bro. The expression on her face changed as I was doing so, from contented rest to mild annoyance, but there was nothing to indicate that she might wake up.
Yes.
Alright then, let's see what we can do, shall we? As I stood up, Monet mewed happily and began tagging along at my heels. I'm not gonna bless you, bro. Have a good one? Like, yeah. It's cool, bro. What, you leaving me now? Can't even stay because you hate me? Is it cool? I wonder if I should never streamed again. What if this was it? Ah, here we go. Here we go. We're starting now. Oh, no, we're not. Tomorrow. Gross, I just got sprayed. Sorry, I've got a real tingle in my nose today for some reason. Tissues. Huh, where did I put them? Oh, wow, did I get that much on you? Here, use one of mine. It's the least I can do. Great, don't mind if I do. What should talk to me? May I have one too, please? Let's see. Here we go. Thanks. Guys, really should keep extra with you, you know. We don't know these people. We don't care. We were talking about what it's like to be the seniors now. Oh, I know, right? Can it really be just one more year before we graduate? Wait, Yui? Is this Yui as a... Are we in the past? Whilst graduation is important, don't forget that there's life afterward to think about as well. Our careers? No, I don't want to think about that. Well, there is a reason we've been subjected to all those career counseling sessions. It's because our futures are just big question marks right now. No kidding, what are we going to do with our lives? It's scary. Yeah, did you got any plans for the future? Actually, I've got it all figured out. What? Donnie was hanging. My name is Yui Shishido. I'm 17 and my dream is to be a teacher. That's weird. That's weird seeing her in like the student fit, bro. She's a fucking teacher and she is student fit, bro. Student fit. I burn to the lives of others without a second thought, and I spend most of my time doing nothing important. But I believe that even someone like me can make her dreams come true with enough hard work. Hisagari Academy 5 years ago. The cherry blossoms were in bloom and the rustling wind carried with it a soft warmth of the season. I was a high school senior now, and I was devoting myself to my studies in preparation for the day my dream could become reality. And that dream was to become an English teacher. My grades were on the fence for getting into the university I wanted though. So my best bet was to score a special recommendation from the academy. Whew, that was a lucky break. Walking out of the office, I had no clue what it might be about. After school one day, I was summoned to the teacher's staff room. I was freaking out that maybe I'd failed for my grades weren't good enough for the school I wanted to go to, or something terrible like that. But it turned out my fears were all for naught. You have no rival in our academy, they said. If you keep working real hard, we'll be happy to give you a recommendation. Was that ever a pick-me-up? I feel like I could take on the world right now. I'm gonna have to make sure I don't let this chance slip me by. So, this trash can, why exactly is it so ridiculously heavy again? Carrying this beast to the dumpster is going to be the death of me. I.
な
Oh, who's this? Hey.
突然声を
I turn around, still holding the garbage can. This voice belonged to a male student I had never spoken with before. I'd seen him around a lot, though. His name was Tsukasa. I told you, bro. Friend who of which is a boy, bro. This is her love interest. His name was Tsukasa Mikuni, from class 7. Watch your step. There's a root sticking out of the ground here. It's pretty easy to trip on. Huh? Bruh. Oh, my, why is my battery dying, bro? Why is my battery dying, bro? It's a good question. It's a good question. It's a good question. This is why you charge up the other batteries, bro. Why you charge up? Fuck's sake. My camera's in the wrong way. Hold up. Let me just take this shit out. Hey, guys. Hold up. I'm just changing the battery for y'all. Alright, just give me a sec. I've got to change out. It's easier to change later because these streams go on for ages. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Shit, my fault. Tighten up. What's up? Change out. Come on, bro. Yeah. My fault. Oh wait, shit. Still not perfect. I gotta up my bro. I don't know why it doesn't just save my settings. It is so strange. But like whatever, you know, like I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, she drops like an idiot. Hey, what's the big deal? Idea laughing at someone else's misfortune. Turns around. Yeah, there you go. It's not funny. Shouldn't you be asking if I'm okay or something? My bad. My fault. Hell, you don't have to clean up. You'll get your hands dirty. Don't worry about it. It's the least I could do after laughing like that. Thanks. No problem. Should be everything, right? Yeah, looks like it. Cool. Let's go then. Huh? I remember it well, even now. This is my first time talking with Tsukasa. He left a strong impression on me. It's really kind of you. Isn't it heavy, though? Not especially. Strong man. Like it. I'm the one who decided to take it. Maybe I should. It's fine, really. There, everything is in its place. Thank you so much. You were a huge help. Catch you around. Hey, hold up. I feel like I should do something nice for you in return. Don't worry about it. Your thanks is plenty. Look, just wait there for a second. And you guys wait for a second because I got to quickly put this battery on charge. That's it. That's all I have to do to put my battery on charge. Just stick it in the fucking hole. Who's trying to stick something in my hole, bro? What's she gonna do? My new friend is always great, but when it happens to be Tsukasa Mikuni, it's all the better. He's kind of been on my mind for a while. There we go. Last time I've seen Tsukasa before this was in the school courtyard. He spent a lot of time there sitting alone on a bench, even after school or during summer vacation. Happened to pass by, I would always see him there. And after this little encounter, we'd go on to make many fond memories together, yet somehow the image of Tsukasa that stands out most in my mind is of him seated alone on that courtyard bench. For you, I hope a cafe or late is alright. Sure, I guess anything's fine really, thanks. You know, it's customary when receiving a gift to quietly accept it without any offhand remarks. Well, aren't we a stickler for tradition? We walked around to the bench together, sat down and began making small talk. That courtyard bench was sort of a mystical place. The leaves rustled over your head, and if you closed your eyes and opened your ears, it felt as though you were in the middle of some forest. And then, if you looked straight up, the sunlight poured in through the leaves. It almost felt like you were in another world. It's the first time I've ever actually sat on one of these benches. It's pretty nice, right? It is. It's lovely. Yeah, it really is. Oh, so is that why?
この時間とか
Well, you came here an awful lot, right? Like even after school and during summer vacation.
お
I sure do.
好きなんだね
Must really like this place then, huh? Yeah, I guess I do. Well then, there we go. At least there was a little gentle breeze, blew past us. We were silent for a bit, but strangely it didn't feel awkward or uncomfortable.
かないのか
So aren't you gonna ask? Ask what?
いつも一人で
Well, I'm always doing it by myself or something. Hmm? You always said because you like the spot, right?
好きだ
そうだけどさ
Oh yeah.
他に何か理由があっ
Is there
た
some other
ない
reason?
よ
Not really. So what's the point of me asking?
そうだけど
Well, you've got me there, but people normally ask me if it's boring being here by myself.
つまらなくない
Tell me that they don't get it. Because I'm a weirdo or something. Really? Oh no.
そんなこと
Guess I just don't think of it that way. The way I see it, if you like it here, then why not come here whenever you
一
can?
人で
お前
Guess that makes you the weirdo then. Damn! Bro, where's this game, bro? You can't call her a weirdo, bro.
いやそんな
What?
気しなくても
They don't make that face coming from me. That's a compliment. Okay.
変わってるが褒め言葉
What? Calling someone weirdo is supposed to be a compliment?
そう
You bet it is.
なん
I'm not sure I buy that.
もう
You're mean. The expression of Saka's face was a dead giveaway that he really enjoyed talking to me. And I've always loved the feeling that I get when I know my words brighten someone's day. I must have been sporting one hell of a goofy smile at that moment.
本当はさ
Actually, there's one place to school that I like even more than here. Oh, where's that?
秘密
I'm not telling.
え
I would have been like, in your arms, mate. Yeah, man, you gotta be corny with it, bro. You gotta be corny with it.
とっておきだからな
It's my special
って
place.
ことは
Which means
そこも
it must be a totally awesome place, right? Yep.
いいなど
I
こ
want to see it. Come on. No way.
そう
I
簡単
can't spill the
に
beans
は
that easy. Besides, the view there
いつでも
isn't
見れる
nearly
もん
as
じゃないな
consistent.
司くんは笑いながら
Laughing,
紙パックのジュースを
Tsukasa finished up his
ベンチから
drink,
立ち上が
then
っ
grabbed my now empty trash can he carried to the
目
dumpster
の
for
前
me.
にあったゴミ箱
コーヒーをおごってもらったしな
Treat me to coffee, so
ついで
please.
に教室まで
Let me take this up to the
運んでやる
classroom for you.
いい
What, you sure? You bet.
ありがとう
Thanks.
私のクラ
I'm in
ス
class
組だろ
class 4 if
知って
I'm
る
not
よ
mistaken.
シシドユイっつっ
You're
た
the
ら
famous
有名
Yui
だから
Shishida after all. Huh?
どう
How
し
did
て
you...
今から先生
That
みた
girl
いな女子
already
がいる
looks like she
って
could be a teacher.
12クラス全
I
部
don't
で
think there's a
有
student
名
in
だ
any of our 12 classes who doesn't know your name. What?
それから
From then on, Tsukasa and I met in that courtyard many times. We didn't really talk in the halls, but something about that place spurred our
校舎
conversation.
の中ではすれ違っても
お
あ
またお前コーヒー飲むのかよ
Yeah, yeah. Chilling in the courtyard. Yeah, yeah. And my name is Bard, like Eobard. Thon, reverse flash. Hey, hey. But let me flash my tits. Wait, huh? What? Hey, I ain't got none, huh? Come on, honey bun. Like, yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Can I feel it again?
好きすぎだろ
Doesn't it get a little old?
そんなことない
Not really.
一日に最低
Drink at least 2 a day, though, right?
なんで知ってるの
How'd you know
自
that?
販機でいつも
Seen it with my own eyes. There's a perfect view of the vending machine from here, after all. There he is.
ほら
Yeah, bro, look at it right there. Who the fuck is that? In the photo, bro. Fuck is that? I mean, it's right there. Oh, wow, no kidding.
昼休みも放課後も
However, it's after school or summer break, she should know buying cafe au lait is like old
チリ見て
faithful.
たからな
You could set your watch
そ
by
ん
it.
なことを言った
Well,
ら
then I guess we're even.
私だって
So we see you sitting on this
い
bench.
や知ってるけど
What, you're back on that again? Sure I am. This is funny and interesting that we both took notice of each other's quirky habits.
なんだそれ
Weirdo.
中庭での会話は他愛のないものがほとんどだった
Turn down the game a little bit.
教室で友達と繰り広げる会話みたいに
Our conversations in the courtyards were usually just silly. It was like talking to a good friend in class, shallow but genuinely enjoyable.
この場所
It's always so cool here, even in the summer.
夏とか言うな
Ugh, don't mention summer. Hmm? Why don't you like
夏
it?
季講習が目
With summer school around the corner?
誰でも来
That'd be enough to make anyone run for the hills. I guess so. But we're seniors now. It comes with the territory. You know? The time for fun and games is over. I don't know. You seem like you're still having a lot of fun to me. I'm a bit of a special case. I'm just happy because I feel like my dream might actually come true. Oh? I just enjoy teaching things to people and having others depend on me.
なんで
Why is that?
お姉さんになった
I guess it makes me feel like a big sister or something.
ほら私
Since I'm an only child, you know.
ああ
Okay, well, good luck with that then.
まあ頑張
I'd be a great teacher, y'all. Y'all would do all my homework. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would do all my homework. But like, I'd be a great teacher, and I'd be there, and I'd be like, hey guys, so Welcome to my class. This is my class on economics. And today we're going to talk about supply and demand. And you see supply is when there's a bunch of... Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
うわすっごい
Wow.
でも良
That
さ
was
そ
as
う
dismissive a comment as you can get.
だって一言だし
Not like I can do anything about it, you know?
そんなことを言いな
That
がら
is occasional boorishness. I still felt that Tsukasa was a kind soul. If nothing else, he never actually laughed at my dream.
先生になりたい
In a high school crowd, most people don't take you very seriously when you say you're trying to become a teacher. Tsukasa just wasn't like most people, I guess. What the fuck was that? The season was quickly turning to autumn. As the school day ended, the senior floor was always a lot more quiet than its underclassmen counterparts. Everyone else was off studying hard at the library with tutors, so one day, thinking no one else was around, I sat down in the lonely corner of the hallway. Initially, I grabbed my shoes and left the classroom, intending to head home. But along the way, I just started crying. I was overwhelmed. My sobs echoed from one end of the hallway to another.
この日
That day, I had finally received a special recommendation to the top choice university. I was so excited. I just wanted to tell someone. So I told my friend Tomo, but my usually supportive demeanor took on a somewhat harsher edge. Quit rubbing it in my face. You know I'm still totally undecided about my future, right? Damn. Your friends are preying on your downfall, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, sometimes, you know, your friends, they're gassed. They get gassed. They can come off as though they're rubbing it in your face. But listen, we support and we say, well done, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hater. True and true, through and through. But I also believe that, you know, when it comes to our friends and our homeboys and our homegirls, we just need to be supportive, bro. Because when they get money, I get money. When they get money, I get money. So I need to make sure that I support them in their endeavors so that they can get money, bro. And that's my my special talk for the day. My what are the other words? Inspirational talk.
多分私は
My expression must have changed pretty drastically. Tomo's eyes suddenly widened and she quickly apologized. I smiled and told her I didn't care. That's what I said anyway.
気にしてないわ
How
け
couldn't I care? Tomo's dismissive words struck me like a dagger to my chest.
私
I'm so insensitive sometimes. Maybe everyone else feels the same about me. Could wipe the tears from my eyes, only for new ones to take their place immediately. Why didn't I think of this sooner? So many people were still facing uncertain futures with no real goals in mind. I was completely oblivious to it. I was the one with a dream, running around like the cock of the walk and blabbing about my successes and aspirations. I wouldn't blame them if they hated me. Could someone that insensitive to the feelings of so many other people really become a teacher? Let's be honest, teachers are some of the most insensitive people, bro. I'm not gonna lie, teachers don't give a fuck about you, bro. A lot of them don't. I've had some good teachers in my time. Most of them were not. Did I ever even have what it takes to begin with?
シシド
Oh, shit. You got caught, you know, by your man crush. He's now caught you, bro.
声をかけられ
I quickly turned towards the voice that had called out to me and found Tsukasa standing there. We'd never said a word before, and passing each other in the hall, but he spoke to me that day with no reservations, as if we were old chums.
すごい顔だぞ
Your face is a mess. You have a handkerchief? Yeah.
じゃあ
Then wipe your face. There's just something so, like, direct about it, and I love it. Okay.
司くんが戸惑っている空気が
Tsukasa sent a confusion was on his face, but he didn't want to cause any trouble, worry him, so I began frantically wiping my eyes. Did something happen? No, everything's fine.
何かあったから
You're crying an awful lot for someone who's got no
これは
problems. Just that there was a little misunderstanding between a friend and I.
でもすぐ
But we patched it up right away, so it's alright, really. These are, you know, something like tears of happiness, I guess.
嬉し涙って
See, I just found out that I got that recommend. I'm not sure if I did it out of respect for Tsukasa or just because I wanted to change the subject, but I cut myself off mid-sentence. I was doing it again. What was I thinking? Not even Tsukasa was going to hate me for being a braggart. A braggart. Hell, I hated myself. I was the worst. Just the worst. But,
マジか
whoa, really? He was happy for me? A bit taken aback. I know his
やっ
family.
たじゃんか
You
おめ
did
で
it
とう
then. Congrats. Thanks.
ありが
Thank you.
だから
What's
な
up?
んで泣く
What's
んだ
up?
よ
So what's with the waterworks?
まだ推薦枠が決まっ
Yo, when do we get to the blood and gore, bro? I'm not here for this emotional shit. I don't give a fuck.
たく
Alright, come on now. Sorry.
何が
For what?
泣いたりして
I'm crying like this, I don't even know. Why?
ってんの
Charge it.
そうだ、獅子
Oh, hey, wait there a sec. Okay. Alright, big man's run off. Runs to his classroom, quickly reappearing in the hall again just moments later. He was holding something.
お前に
あ
これやるよ
Okay, we're all happy again now. Here, I want you to have this. A pencil. Out of his hand rested a short, stubby little pencil. What you playing? We're playing Corpse Party King. Book of Shadows in particular. The sort of thing you expect someone to go out of their way to lend you. It was pocked here and there with small scratches, and it seemed to be relatively decent shape considering how obliviously well worn it was.
必勝鉛筆
A pencil for guaranteed success.
必勝
これ使うと
Use it on your test and you'll pass for sure.
え
Watch her fail. Really? Yep. They told me I'd never pass the entrance exam for Kisagari Academy, but here I am, and I owe it all to this pencil. It's the same pencil you're using back when you took your high school application tests.
そう
Sure is.
新たかな
Really checked out a miracle.
名言新たか
I assume when you worked out a miracle, right? Not that's a thing either.
あそれだ
Yeah, that. Anyway, I shall happily take you up on your kind offer, thanks.
言っとくけど
But listen, I'm only lending it to you until you finish your test. You have to give it back afterwards so I can use it for my entrance exams.
だから
Okay? Whatever you do, don't fail the exam. Nice.
鉛筆を受け取り
So the curtains were noted.
人の気持ちまで
Really a unique person, you know that? It's hard to believe how much you let other people's problems get to you. You make an amazing teacher. For a moment, I had no idea what he was talking about, but then it hit me. So Kasa had somehow sussed out from our conversation that I was crying because I'd upset Tomo, and he was turning the fact around to offer me encouragement. Good luck, don't let it get to you.
頑張れってこと
I'd heard you shouldn't wish someone luck in times of stress, as it just adds more pressure. But that's why people tell actors to break a leg instead.
この
Really?
優しい言葉が
That's so interesting. Damn. Damn, okay. But I didn't care. Tobo or no, I cherished his kind words. I do my best, Sakasa.
お
この日から
Glad to hear it, and that's when I eventually started to fall for him.
君に惹かれていた彼は全然
But it didn't seem like he noticed. There wasn't really an indication that he felt the same way anyway. Okay, so we got a little crush going on. Okay. Clearly recall the events of that day. It was October, the day before my entrance exam. The weather outside had been miserable since the morning, and visibility was all but non-existent. Would have been a bad omen if I were to slip and fall on that day before the exam. So I decided to wear boots to school, just to be safe.
行きます
See you later. Huh? When I opened the door, I was shocked to see a white-haired old woman laying on the ground, soaked to the bone. I frantically rushed to her side.
おばあさん
Are you okay?
しっかりしてください
Stay with me. Come on, tell me, what's going on?
まさか
Was it a hit and run? Yeah, bro. There are criminals out here, bro. They're going up and slapping up old grandmas and taking their nipples off, bro. I don't know what to tell you. And they're just running away, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. It's fucking crazy out here. The road running by my house was narrow and mostly used only by our neighbors. But it's not like it was closed off to the outside traffic or anything, so hit and run wasn't out of the question. I looked over to the older woman's body as best as I could. Fortunately, there were no signs of any serious injury.
事故
Doesn't seem like a car accident, at least. Young lady. Yes. You must not go to school today. Huh? You absolutely must not go. The old woman raised herself up slightly and spoke hoarsely. From the tone of her voice, she seemed terribly desperate. I have to. Today's my last chance to practice for my college entrance interview. No! Stay home. Don't go.
そういうわけにはいか
I
ない
have to go. The interview's the worst exam I've ever worst at.
それより
What's wrong? Where's your family? Will you? Will I?
しても
Will you go no matter what? Yeah? In that case, please. Not knowing what to say, I nodded apprehensively as the old woman began digging through her pockets. She produced what seemed to be a crumpled scrap of paper. As she was digging around, I noticed that her breathing had become dangerously ragged and began considering my options to assist her. Really? I should have gone back into the house and called my mum. But there was something about her that kept me glued to the spot. I sensed desperation hiding in that unbroken gaze. You must take this. What is it? A charm.
お守り
A charm? The old woman clutched my wrist and forcefully pressed the scrap of paper into my palm. Tilting my head, I unfolded the scrap and looked carefully at it. At first, I thought I had just been handed a piece of trash. What? I unfolded it all the way. I saw that it was actually a paper doll in the shape of a human being, and there was a name written on its torso. How did you get that? How do you know who I am? Yes, my name written plain as day in easily legible brushstrokes.
どうして
Why is my name on it?
守り
So-
だからじゃ
So it can protect you. Huh? If you don't write the name of the person you wish to protect, the charm won't work. Crazy. This was all crazy. I didn't understand any of it, save for one simple fact. This old woman was here specially to give me this strange paper charm. As far as I was aware, we were total strangers to one another, but she clearly knew both my name and my address. I'm sorry. I know you came along with to give this to me, but I don't want it. You don't want it? As I extended my arm to return the paper doll, I could sense her entire demeanor had changed. She raised her body up unsteadily from the wet asphalt. Chill. I just said no, bro. I just said no. Imagine this is like a future version of me. Well, I've nearly killed myself bringing this to you. Why will no one listen to me? You must not enter Heavenly Host Elementary without this charm. You must not go. Don't go. As the woman cried out, the paper doll fluttered lightly to the ground. Almost instantaneously, it became soaked through with rainwater. My name began to run quickly, turn into an illegible black smudge. Seeing this, the woman grabbed and tore at her hair. No! The charm! The way out has been lost! Man, please calm down. Listen, you must not go to Heavenly Host Elementary. I think there's been some mistake. My school is Kisagari Academy High. I've never even heard of Heavenly Host. Chill! Ma'am? Oh! It's got to be like a future version of me that's like, come back. Or something. Or maybe someone else in the group. What's wrong? An old woman collapsed in her house. Paranoia survived in a matter of minutes. The old woman seemed to be unconscious by that point. However, the EMTs brought out a stretcher. Do either of you know this woman? No, she just collapsed in front of her house. I've never seen her before. Alright. Are we going to ride with her in the ambulance? They didn't make this old woman go to the hospital by herself. It seemed like it would have been a shameful thing to do. Sure, she was a stranger, but she's had a lengthy conversation minutes before, so I couldn't very well say we had nothing to do with one another. You need to get to school. What? But don't worry. I'll go with her to the hospital. You have to practice for the interview today, right? Yeah, I guess I do. Thanks, Mom. I'll leave her with you then. Good luck. I was a little hesitant, but I knew I really had to go to school today, no matter what. So I left the strange woman in my mom's care and heading towards school, walked right by her stretcher. Huh? Suddenly, a hand rose from the limp of the room and grabbed my skirt. Startled, I tried to jump away, but found myself ensnared by her terrible bloodshot eyes. You must not go. After school, once my final practice interview had concluded, I reunited with my friends and engaged in the usual regimen of gossip and small talk. Can you believe that? That's really scary. The hell was wrong with her? Then I described the events of that morning, where everyone's eyebrows rose. They were hanging on my every word and yelping in unison at key moments. Maybe you should have stayed home today after all. Well, but I had practice interview. I couldn't miss that, you know? I just hope nothing bad happens. Oh, come on. What could happen? Famous last words. You know what? When you mentioned Heavenly Host Elementary, I thought it sounded kind of familiar, so I realized why. You know the Seven Wonders, right? Seven Wonders? You mean those urban legends about Kisagari? Yeah, those. Does Heavenly Host Elementary have some connection to them? One of the stories is called Yoshi After School. Have heard of it? Definitely not. Never heard of it either. What's it about? Well, it takes place at Heavenly Host Elementary, which once occupied the same plot of land where Kisagari Academy now stands. Oh, okay. It said that one day after school, a female teacher who had been patrolling the grounds slipped and fell down the stairs and died. The accident took place on a rainy October day just like this one and occurred just after 7 at night. And supposedly, Yoshi still appears on days like this, ever unaware that she died at Heavenly Host those many years ago. She now walks towards the Kisagari Academy believing them to be her own. Oh, come on. No, is that true? Well, it wouldn't be one of the Seven Wonders if someone hadn't actually seen it happen, right? That's really creepy. Why don't you head home, Yui? You're the only one who doesn't live nearby, so we can't walk with you. Given the stuff the old woman said to you. Yeah, so it's best to heed the warnings of the elderly. You might be right. I'm still feeling kind of on the edge. Probably best I go home and check on Mom. See you guys later then. Bye. See ya. Take care. Give it everything you've got tomorrow. I don't know what I hear. I just think of that TikTok audio. I got this. Go back to my things and rushed out of the classroom. It was already about 5. It was getting dark out, but if Kanne's story was to be believed, I had until 7 before anything bad might happen. As I continued wending my way down the corridor, I just kept telling myself there's nothing to be afraid of. Even so, it felt like it took an extra long time to reach those shoe lockers. Man, I'm such a scaredy cat. Gasp. Oh, hey, Shishido. Tsukasa. Heading home? Yeah. It's with the big grin. It's nothing. Hey, why don't we walk together? At least part of the way. Sure, I don't mind. Great. When I looked at Tsukasa's face, my fear vanished, if but for a moment. These are the times when it's really nice to have boys around, I thought. I felt that as long as he walks by my side, nothing bad could happen. Didn't hurt that I had a crush on him, of course. Game is game. Game is game. The rain let up since that morning. The rain let up since that morning, though it was still coming down. The two of us walked side by side, umbrellas held high. Tsukasa was talking and laughing excitedly the whole time, whereas I probably came off as a preoccupied. I'm sure it was awkward. A vague sense of fear flickered inside me, and it was making me extraordinarily self-conscious. I'm certain it must have been reflected in my behavior. Shishido? You're kind of pale. Did something happen? Hey. Yeah, something scary happened. Something scary? I probably seemed really on edge. Tsukasa was staring at me with this look of abject concern on his face. I was a little relieved that he'd asked, though, and it felt good to tell him about what happened. I filled him in on all the details and explained how they related to Kanne's ghost story. I did my absolute best to convey the dread I was feeling. But Tsukasa was well. The 7 wonders of Kisugari High, huh? Yeah. Do you actually believe that stuff? I wish I could see the world through your eyes. What? You don't think it's scary? It's weird, sure, but I wouldn't call it scary. I wouldn't worry about that old woman said to you. I'm sure it's just coincidence. But maybe better not to dwell on it either way. I mean, yeah, our encounter with her sounds like it was kind of unsettling, but she was probably just a little off, you know? That's not the issue here. Huh? I wasn't asking you to solve my problems for me. Look, I just wanted to be a vent, okay? I just wanted you to listen. What do you mean? That's what I've been doing. No, not like that. I don't get it. Are you angry about something? Guys always do this. It varies from person to person, of course, but guys invariably jump right into looking for solutions for your problem or giving you advice on what to do. As a result, girls often can't be totally honest with them or don't want to be. At any rate, and are forced to just bottle up their feelings. See, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to agree here, because it's like, I've had my friends say this to me before, where it's like, oh, I'm not talking to you for a solution, I'm just talking to you to talk to you. And I was just like, then I'm like, I don't mean to be rude, I'm just asking, but what's the point? Because when I go and talk to you, I'm looking for solutions. If I'm just gonna talk to you just to talk to you, then I'm not gonna bother talking to you. There's no point. There's genuinely no point. Because then, all I've done is I've spoken to you, you now know my situation, and I still don't know how to navigate said situation. You know what I'm saying? I think the only time I talk about situation if I don't need advice is after the situation has already happened. I obviously don't need advice for a situation that already happened. But like, if it's still happening, I'm not going to bother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to agree there, bro. Like, that's like one of those things that a lot of people have explained to me. And it just never clicks in my head. It doesn't make any sense to me. My mind flashed back over and over again to the face, the eyes, and the hoarse voice of that old woman. Amplified and distorted by the ghost story, these images gradually darkened my mood. Maybe I was traumatized by the events I'd experienced, or maybe I was just frustrated and needed to lash out. I don't know. But for the first time ever, things had become decidedly uncomfortable between the two of us. Okay, well, this is me. Right. Shishido. You got my name out as I briskly walked away. I didn't really know why I was so angry or confused, but I did notice that his voice was tinged with concern. If anything should happen, feel free to contact me. I considered turning back for a second, but changed my mind and pushed forward in a huff, leaving him behind. Damn, fam. I'm home. Welcome back. Greeting me at the door, my mother wore a somber expression. I could tell right away that something bad happened. I stared at her with scrunched eyebrows for an awkwardly long time before she eventually reluctantly opened her mouth to speak. Oh, that old woman from this morning. Yeah? Hospital contacted me. She passed away a short while ago. Dang. I'm so sorry. You need to stay focused on tomorrow's exam right now, though. Yeah. We should put this unpleasantness behind us. I'm getting dinner started now, so how about you go get changed? I'll be in my room. I'll call you. I watched my mom work her way back to the kitchen, then wriggled out my shoes. My mood had darkened even more. Tsukasa's attitude was bad enough, but for that old woman to have died, Returning to my room, I couldn't muster the energy to do anything but collapse into my chair and sprawl out onto the desk. She's just here. She's just here, bro. She's just here. The last thing the woman had said to me had echoed again and again in my head. I began wishing I'd taken her more seriously. I should have accepted the paper doll and thanked her. I should have reassured her that I wouldn't go to Heavenly Host Elementary. I mean, the place doesn't even exist anymore, for goodness sake. I was exhausted. It was a hell of a day, and I no longer even had the energy to move. I needed to change out my school clothes, but still sprawled over the desk, my eyelids drooped closed, and I was out. I awoke with a start. The air in my room had gotten noticeably cooler, and I was shivering. I must have fallen asleep. Rubbing my eyes, I glanced at the clock. The needles indicated it was 6:45. It's already this late? It was black outside my window, streaked with lines of still pouring rain. Shepherd sunny tomorrow, sunny for my exam. The weight of what the next day held for me came rushing into my mind. I practiced the interview process with my teachers quite thoroughly, but I was still really nervous. Please be sure I'm ready for that tomorrow. There was a little time before dinner. My mind swimming, I decided I'd take this opportunity to clean out all the notes and textbooks I wouldn't need tomorrow from my bag. So Steve ID needs to stay, obviously handkerchief and tissues. Gotta make sure I don't forget my exam ticket. Oh, my pen case. Huh? Where's my pen case? Did I leave it at school? My face currently went pale. Really, I shouldn't have been too concerned over writing implements. I had tons at home. For that case, held the pencil that Tsukasa had given to me for guaranteed success on my exam. I had to go get it. It's 6:45, bro. The fucking ghost's gonna come for you. The ghost's gonna come for you. The ghost's gonna come. And she's gonna say, what are you doing in my house? And then she's gonna touch you. And then you're gonna be very uncomfortable, but it's a ghost, so you can't prosecute her in a court of law. And you're gonna be really scared, and you're not gonna wanna know what to do. I've got something at school, I'm gonna run back. Hey, but dinner's almost ready. That's okay, I'll come right home. Alright. Still raining though, so be careful. I will. Bro, this fucking... This street you live on, bro. This shit is cursed, bro. You have to move, bro. Do they live in the hood or something? Is this the Japanese hood, bro? This place is so decrepit, bro, and like run down. I already know this place is filled with crime, bro. Crime. Bro, she wakes up. She's in a gunshot. She's getting robbed. There's an old woman dying. She already said there was a hit and run, bro. A hit and run. That pencil was one thing I absolutely needed to bring with me to the test, and so without hesitation, I ran back down to the road down to school. I was sprinting as close to full speed as I could get without slipping in the downpour. All the while, the numbers on my bedroom clock ran through my mind. 6:45, and if Kanso was to believe, he actually haunted the school building at 7. As soon as I arrived at the gate, I glanced up at the large clock enduring the schoolhouse. It was now 6:55. Yoshi after school. I went over the whole scenario in my head again as best as I could recall it. After classes on a rainy day in October, 7 at night. That old woman somehow know this would happen? Ugh, get a hold of yourself, you. It's just some old campfire tale. I was talking to myself, reprimanding myself in an effort to quell the fear that was welling up in the pit of my stomach. There wasn't a soul to be seen on the grounds. By this time, the students had all gone home. I wonder if any teachers were still around. Fortunately, the lights were all still on, and it was bright enough that I could feel confident I could get to the classroom without freaking out. I run up, grab the case, and come right back down. Put up my socket, bro. Bro, the light was just on, bro. The light was on and yellow, bro. What do you mean it's like dark as fuck? Then entered the brightly lit hall. I took another look around. Guess I was right, nobody's home. My deep sight echoed through the deathly silent corridor. Ordinarily, the din of other students would drown out the noises like this, but every little sound was coming through the crystal clear at this late hour. I need to hurry, it's almost 7. I nervously sauntered towards classroom 3-4, picking up speed as it occurred to me to do so. I had that woman for this morning. She died a short while ago. It was after this school, our female teacher, yeah. Jeez, what the hell's wrong with me? Why am I letting this bother me so much? Sako was right. I shouldn't dwell on this. I'm sorry, but like... Oh, why is he giving me solutions to this problem I'm telling him about? Stop giving me solutions. Oh, his solution was right. It does... I'm confused. I don't get it. Lightning flashed and thunder resounded with the impeccable timing. I jumped in spite of myself. I just need to hurry up these stairs, grab this pen case, and get the hell out of this creepy building. No ghosts should show up in a well-lit building like this, right? And even if they did, they wouldn't be very scary under these bright lights. I mean, these lights are about to shut off, bro. You already know it. It's 7 p.m, bro. They've got to save on electricity. I absolutely need that pencil case for tomorrow's tests. My good luck charm, after all. And this from Tsukasa. a bit of the pace as I continue to head straight to room 3-4. Bro. The spatialness of it scared me. The spatialness of it scared me. Middle school is already pitch black. I guess there really was no one around right now. This always feels longer than today than I've had before. Was it really like this? Can't imagine it ever being well. See my brisk walk down the impossibly long hallway toward my goal, jumping every now and again whenever another thunderclap sounded. Kusakari Academy was comprised of both a middle and a high school. And this evening, it really felt like it was flaunting its massive size. Didn't help that my classroom was in the high school wing, which happened to be past the middle school, making it seem that much farther away. When a building that's usually so full of life goes completely quiet, it becomes such a lonely place. That's why I can hear every drop of rain. I was focusing on the scant few sounds around me as I paced down that long, lonely corridor. Then all of a sudden, there were faint noises of someone playing an organ. That was just my imagination. I mean, it has to be. There's no way someone would be still here practicing, right? Took a deep breath trying to calm my nerves. It was probably the sounds of the rain, wind, and thunder mixing together. Just sounded like an organ, that's all. I was convinced. I kept walking, but then... I heard the same noise again, this time much more clearly. It was unmistakable. No way! I was paralyzed with fear. My heart was pounding, as if it was struggling to break free of someone's sinister grip. It's probably just some devoted member of the band or a teacher working late. I'm just being stupid. Thinking about it, I vaguely recalled someone mentioning an upcoming performance by the Wind Instrument Club. I guess an organ would qualify. I must have just stayed up late to practice, that's all. Look at that damn ghost story at my head. I took another deep breath and tried again to calm my overly jittery nerves. Anything can be scary if you think it is. I'd heard that if you let your imagination run too wild, fear can even make you see things that aren't there. And my imagination was almost definitely running wild. I'm almost there. I might as well sprint the rest of the way. I decided to dash towards my classroom so I could get out this hall as quickly as possible. Finally reaching that familiar door, swiftly opened it and flicked on the lights. Now I just have to be absolutely certain I leave here without that kiss again. Nice for unexpected pauses to freak out over thunder and lightning. It's to be far longer than it should have. It was already well past 7. 7 o'clock, huh? It was the appointed time when the ghost of a teacher was supposed to appear, at least according to the school legend. No one dead educated is here. I let out a sigh of relief and relaxed my shoulders a bit. The lights were on both inside the classroom and out in the hallway. Sure, it was still dead silent, but the fear I'd been feeling had completely melted away. Let's be afraid of. The 7 wonders aren't real. I got my pen case I'd come back for and shoved it into my pocket. Mission accomplished. That long ordeal behind me, more or less, I looked around the classroom and let out another sigh. I'd only ever known this classroom when it was bustling with activity and thus found its eerie silence and utter stillness to be oddly fascinating. Such a strange feeling being alone in a classroom like this. I got the idea in my head to try doing something I normally wouldn't be able to do, like standing at the teacher's podium and writing on the blackboard. Chances like this don't come around too often after all. To me, the area behind that podium, from which teachers conduct their lesson, was a sacred space. I dreamed of standing there behind it. I dreamed of standing there myself one day, but could hardly resist the pull when presented with a rare opportunity like this. Well, no one's looking. To my classmates, this would seem like such a silly, stupid dilemma, but that didn't change the way it felt at the moment. Should I or shouldn't I? How do I? I really don't have time to play around. I tried to open the menu. I forgot how. I like genuinely have forgotten how to open up the menu. No particular wonder turned out to be nothing at all. Guess it's all just superstition. Either which way, I wouldn't want to risk it. How the fuck do I open settings? God, no, it kind of seemed ridiculous. Right, time to head home. Bro, how did I forget to save, bro? After all this time, bro. How did I forget to open? Just save. Menu. Corpse. Party. Book of Shadows. Save is F6, apparently. Ah, there you go. Ah, well, that was unfortunate. We didn't get to see what would happen if we did it the other way around, which I'm assuming wouldn't be too crazy anyway. You know what I'm saying? With this in mind, I walked towards the classroom. I'm so confused. Ah, don't be. It's okay. Ah! What did I do? What did I do? This game got some bangers though. Hold up. Turn that shit down though. That's kind of loud. The door says shut on my own, on its own with incredible force. And my neck was trapped in the narrow opening that remained. I dug my nails into the door, frantically trying to open it back up, but the more I pushed on it, the more it pushed back. What's going on? She's just in the school out on her own, like 7 p.m, bro. She's getting haunted, bro. Oh, I got new likes on my story. I like that. A feather contracted my neck. I was flailing my limbs, twisting and contorting my body, trying everything I could to escape. My neck was clamped tightly. I could feel the blood rushing to my head. I couldn't breathe. Opening my mouth in terror, I stuck my tongue out as if trying to swallow the air. Forcefully shaking my head left and right, I swung my body to face the ceiling. That's when I saw a tall, pitch-black silhouette of a person. What's going on, bro? Sounds screeched out of my throat, but the door was still pressing onto my neck. A vision whirled where I felt a sensation of falling, and at the same time a lukewarm liquid began pouring over my face. What? So I was trying to make sense of what was happening to me. The door that had been violently crushing my neck quietly slid open. Did she chop my head off, bro? The floor of the schoolhouse came down hard on my head. The vision had gone white and blurring, but I could still see. I can see my body. I was rolling across the hall. I just wanted to go get my pencil case. I was just here to get my pencil case. What just happened? The last thing I saw out the corner of one bloodshot, unfocusing eye was a familiar figure of an old woman from this morning. How would standing at the podium possibly have circumvented that from happening? Bro. Can I continue? Is there a quick save? Oh, yes. Yes, I forgot how many of these they saved, bro. What? Why is there a key? What? I don't know. Wait. Let's go down. Bro, this game makes a lot of quick saves. Fucking hell. Oh, wait, this is... I'm going backwards. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm going backwards. Bro, how the fuck could standing at a teacher's podium... Stand at the teacher's podium, bro. How could I pass this up? It's a chance to feel what it was like to be a real teacher. I decided I had to try it. During daily cleanup and such, I'd come and gone from this spot countless times, but this was the first time I'd ever had an opportunity to just stand there and preside over the classroom. So this is how it looks to be a teacher, huh? It's kind of awe-inspiring. Gaining a teacher's point of view in the most literal sense was starting to get me really fired up. It may seem silly now, but this was my stage. This is where all my dreams would play out. Someday. I began to imagine the future that awaited me, painstakingly detailing some new piece of knowledge for students sitting attentively at their desks, gliding chalk across the board, filling it with information to aid them in their studies. I sure hope I can make the cut one of these days. That organ's back. I'm so excited that even I began to think my behavior was a little strange. Maybe it was the juxtaposition of the joy of the joyous freeing visions and the prickling dread I'd been feeling up until just a minute or two before. Then in the blink of an eye, one of those two conflicting emotions completely overpowered the other. Okay, since when was this school haunted? I know fucking Heavenly Halls was haunted, but this one? Huh? Crap, is this a blackout? Suddenly my surroundings were bathed in darkness. Going stiff with shock, I stumbled back a step, backstruck the blackboard with a dull thud. What awful timing! I sensitively grabbed hold of the rail where the erasers sat. I felt chalk dust against my fingertips. My panicked heartbeat was making it difficult to breathe. Was this caused by the thunderstorm? If so, it sure picked a fine time to turn those lights out on me. And what's more, I could still hear the sound of the organ, but no, it's an electric organ. How could that even be possible with no power? Chill. What was so we were trying to warn me about? That's impossible. There was no fortune teller or psychic as far as I was aware. How could she possibly known that this was going to happen? Well, even if she were a fortune teller or a psychic, predicting the future is the stuff of science fiction. I shook my head. I need to calm down. Maybe it's just this wing that lost power and the music room is still okay. That seems plausible, right? I've got to get out of here. I shouldn't have been playing teacher. I should have been in and out by now. Cursing myself a little, I fumbled my way through the darkened classroom. Don't worry. Because you actually correct to stand at the podium, because if you didn't, you somehow got fucking beheaded. Which is just so casual. You know? Yeah. I spent so much time in here, you'd think I'd been able to find my way out of it with my eyes closed, as if it were. But sadly, that wasn't the case. Smashing loudly into a desk, I knocked it on its side and began tumbling after it, instinctively grabbing at other desks around me for support. Oof. Damn it, it sounds like I knocked a lot of stuff out of that desk. Guess I need to put everything back. Still fumbling around blindly, I gathered up all the scattered notes, textbooks, and writing utensils. Can't tell us what. This is so embarrassing. What the heck am I doing anyway? This was supposed to be hurrying home? I'm such a klutz. I let out a sigh. I seem to be doing that a lot lately. Alright, this is a textbook, this is a notebook, right? So I take an inventory of all the things I'd knocked out of the desk, then realised why. I might as well just stand up and stuff it all back in. I could possibly organise it properly in absolute darkness. Better just to apologise tomorrow to whoever sits here. It was a particularly pleasant prospect. Feeling that what I'd done wouldn't be easy, and no matter how I sugarcoated it, it would serve as a clear indication of my clumsiness. If I didn't say anything, it's not like I'd be found out. But that would be the same as lying, as far as I'm concerned. And I wouldn't do that. I think I've got everything. I pasted my hand against the floor and swept it around, feeling for anything I might have missed. And I found something, alright. You crossed it, it's a little slimy, huh? Quickly brushed my fingers across something. I had no idea what, and it was no notebook or writing implement, though, that's for sure. But anybody have like this something at the desk? They've been on the floor all along. What is this stuff? I rubbed my sticky fingertips a bit deeper into this wet spot. Brought my hand up close to my face so I could get a better look at what it was there. What on earth did I just touch? There was a flash of lightning, almost immediately joined by a roaring thunderclap. And with it for a split second, the pitch black classroom was lit up bright as day. God, is that blood? I trust my feet, utterly mortified. What's that? What's that? Was that there before? I feel like that wasn't there before. The entire classroom was stained a deep, dark crimson. So there's blood in here too. The other thing, I backed away from where I'd been crouching. I saw. Is that my pencils? I feel like that wasn't there before. Someone stumbled in here injured. This is impossible. It can't be. How? My body was quaking. It fled from the classroom. Or rather, I tried to. How would I open? No, please, no. I remember locking it. It isn't locked. So why can't I get it open? I pulled on the door handle again and again in a frenzy. I was pulling so hard, I felt like my fingernails might tear loose. But it just wouldn't budge. I was absentmindedly grabbing at my hair with one hand and slammed my fist on a nearby desk with the other. Bro, is this entire chapter like just a flashback? Like, I wouldn't mind that. I'm just saying, like, I want to get into the chorus party game, fam. But I like this. It's. I always really liked Yui as a character, and now like it's just making me very attached to her even more. But real quick, I need a beverage. All this reading is having me very parched. It's having me very parched. You know what I'm saying? Got my cup. I got my cup. I'm gonna fill it up with some juice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Wow, I'm really enjoying this though. I think it's just really cool. Like, I just love seeing, like, it's such a cool way to build character. Like, you know, just going back in time and just seeing how they were, especially when you've already played a game with these characters, or if you're like me, you've played multiple games with these characters. Bro, my hair's looking balmy, fam. Come now. This was a nightmare. Please, no, what is going on? Oh shit, I just dropped some juice, making sure not to hit my Hello Kitty mouse pad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Silence had to read the inky blackness of the room. I took several deep breaths in an effort to restrain my pounding heart. Calm down. I have to calm down. Probably just panicking because the door won't open. I'm sure I'm just misidentified. Whatever that is on the floor, I mean, it's preposterous, right? There's no way something like that could be blood. I was certain that when I saw that what it actually was come morning, it ended up being something totally random, like someone's old soda-stained gym clothes. It's such a particular thing to say. Has to be, yeah. Probably just brushed somebody's paint for art class or something. My imagination was just running wild because I was panicking. Like she said, fear can make you see things, bro. There was probably just something caught in it, that's all. I had to check out the hypothesis by feeling the way across the door and telling if anything was jutting out from any of the cracks. Not sure if I could do so I'd be able to see. I fumbled across the gaps of the door. But I just couldn't make anything out that would be doing this, and the classroom's rear exit seemed a world away. Maybe there's another way out of here. No, this was the 3rd floor. I couldn't get out of this classroom without exiting into the hallway. Let me out. I want out. Still at a loss, I noticed the sudden flash of light through the hallway window. But the glass was only translucent, so I couldn't be sure of its source. Is somebody out there? Then there came a distinctive clomp, clomp, clomp of footsteps. Of course, it could be the custodian. I recalled the existence of a custodian who always patrolled the school grounds. I was sure he must have been taking a look around after the sudden power outage. Great, I'm saved. And once my fear-addled legs regained their strength, and the nightmare would soon be over. Excuse me. I shouted to the custodian through the window as loud as I could muster. I'm trapped in here. I had to be sure he heard me. I shouted again. Finally, I could see the light out in the hallway again, and it seemed to be getting closer. However, something's not right about this. Perturbed, I took a step away from the window. If that's a flashlight, shouldn't it be brighter? It kind of looks like faint, unearthly go classically attributed to spirits. That's what I was thinking. I tried to stop myself from finishing that thought, however. Dullness aside, it also looked like it was wriggling around in a very unnatural, very unflashlight-like way. And these footsteps. Four clomps, then a 3 or so second interval, then another 4 clomps. They were sounding like in a fixed rhythm. That's no custodian. Nobody walks like that. And you've just alerted it where you are. The fear was back in full force. I had to find somewhere to hide. What if I had accidentally summoned something inhuman? I mean, whatever that was, I begged it for help. I literally invited it in. I need to hide, but where? How would you hide at a teacher's? I'm going to say teacher's podium. I'm seeing it as an underdog. I'm seeing it as an underdog choice. I hit myself beneath the teacher's podium. I grabbed my knees, curled up, and made myself as small as I could. What is this? What's happening? The small steps continued to draw closer and nearer. Clomp, clomp, clomp. Little by little, the sound grew louder. Every hair on my body was standing on end. Please just pass by, please. Held my breath, clasped my hands together, and silently prayed. They were so close now. Very, very close. Why was this happening? I couldn't make any sense of it. I just wanted it to be over. I prayed to God that it would end. Was this about the old woman? Is this what the old woman was trying to warn me about? Was this all happening because I ignored her? Because I didn't take the paper doll from her? Was it because I'd heard the ghost story of Yoshi and allowed it to get to me? Or did the strange events of the day have nothing to do with what was happening to me now? Because my heart was going to burst out my chest. I was still holding my breath. I didn't dare even the tiniest of sounds escape and give away my position. Oh, the footsteps changed. The taps. The consistent rhythm of the footsteps suddenly ended halfway into the cycles, and then right in front of this very classroom. I had goosebumps up and down my arms and legs. I had stopped praying and clasped my hands over my mouth. I knew I'd scream if I didn't. Could this be Yoshi? Could the school legend be real? All I could do was close my eyes, keep my mouth shut, and hope that whoever or whatever this was could just go away. But the footstep sounds didn't start again. If this was indeed Yoshi, then she'd stopped in front of the classroom and she was just standing there. I had no concept of time anymore. I stayed in my hiding spot for what was probably only a few minutes, but felt like at least an hour. Maybe whoever it was is gone. I decided to carefully peek out from under the podium. I gingerly edged my head out just far enough to get a glimpse of the room when suddenly... Nah. If I heard footsteps like this... Oh, I'm killing myself. I'm killing myself. The footsteps rang out more. It sounded like they had been ready right for me, and they might have been inside the room. I honestly couldn't tell. I scrambled back to my hiding spot and covered my mouth with both hands. This was too much for me. My breathing was coarse and erratic, and my face was a mess of tears and snot. Please, someone save me. I was inconsolable. The footsteps just wouldn't stop. What on earth were they doing? It almost seemed like they were running around in circles just to scare me. Let me stop it. I mouthed the words over and over and moved my hands to my ears in a vain attempt to block out this torturous sound. Yeah, bro, that's... I'm not even there. And I'm fucking terrified just listening to it. And if in response the sound changed. It was a loud, dull thud, followed by silence, no more footsteps. I heard the sound 100 times before. It was the school door sliding open. Peeked out, but the door was still tightly shut. How could that be? The sound I heard wasn't the door, then what was it? What little safety I'd felt here was pretty much gone. But to be fair, I wasn't absolutely certain the spirit had seen or heard me either. The prospect of stepping out into the open wasn't a desirable one, but I had to decide if it was better to stay where I was or to make a break for it. I'm staying hidden. I'm staying hidden. You got me fucked up. It'll pass by for sure. It'll be okay. But it only took a moment for that decision to come back and bite me. My body was suddenly weighed down. In an instant, without knowing what was happening, my fetally positioned form was essentially locked in place. It was like a boulder had fallen on top of me and was resting on my arched back. I twisted and shuffled myself around, trying to shake it off, but the more I struggled, the heavier it became. And what's more, it felt like it was slowly inching its way up towards my head, as if it were planning on dropping down in front of my face. Was this a person? Guess who? It was a female voice reverberating ominously, as if bubbling up from the depths of hell. I was going violently, desperate to throw her off of me. Should we play tag together? Ah! My vision went red, or at least it felt that way. Whoever was on my back had dug her razor-sharp fingernails right into my eyes. I collapsed on the spot. The pain was instantaneous and unbearable. I could no longer hold my position. I could no longer focus on anything but this agony. Bad children must be punished. The pain shot through my head in waves. It was indescribable, unthinkable. I couldn't take it any longer. My consciousness faded and I was gone. I would never know exactly what happened to me, but maybe I was better off that way. Bro, I am so shit at this game, bro. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. King. Yes, King. Yes, King. Alright, we're gonna go back to here and we're gonna make a break for it, bro. We're just gonna run straight for it. We're just gonna run straight for it. Just make a break for it. Staying in one place for too long seemed like it would be inviting trouble, so I took a deep breath and reluctantly crawled out as quickly as I could. As quietly as I could. But almost immediately I felt something. Something long and thin had struck me in the back of the head. Or perhaps struck isn't the right word. There was a little force behind it. But it wasn't a hard slam. More like someone trying to get my attention. Is that a wooden rod? Or no, it's a finger? I knew I wouldn't like what I was going to see, but I had to face whatever this was, so I turned around. And there, looming over me was... Is somebody still here? Go home, child. A figure was peering down at me from above the podium with one emaciated wishbone-like finger extended towards my face. I recognized this person instantly, no doubt about it. It was the strange old woman who'd supposedly passed away earlier. I was scared out of my mind. I tumbled the rest of the way from under the podium and shot to my feet. A ghost! There really was a ghost in this school. My breathing was ragged and my heart was pounding so hard I thought I might explode. Plowing through all the desks in my way, I ran as fast as I could towards the classroom door, but that's as far as I could go. What's wrong? There on the other side of the door, tight up against the glass, was the old woman. She was glowing bluish white, the source of the light from earlier. But how in the world did she get to the door before I did? How did she get out of the room so quickly and position herself so perfectly to block my exit? It's called being a ghost. You get to do cool shit like that. I feel like I was starting to hyperventilate and try my best I could to calm my breathing. My eyes darted around the room. I needed to get out of here now, to get as far away from this place as I possibly could. If the front door is blocked, maybe I can get through the back. But if I do that, I can't leave the school without running right past her. There is no way she'd let me by, but I have to do something. I bit my lip and continued scanning the room. There's something I could use to fight back. I didn't have time to carefully think about it. I just had to grab something and hope for the best. What the hell is that? There were two choices and I had to pick one in impulse before it was too late. Bag of salt! I'm thinking superstitions, yeah? I don't know about ghosts. I'm pretty sure they don't like salt. I'm like fairly sure they don't like salt. Either which way, what the fuck is a broom gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So I left over salt from an old chemistry experiment. I heard that salt was used in purification and rituals, so it seemed like a natural choice. This is coming with me. I placed the salt in my pocket, sort of a protective charm. Okay. I'm scared, but well, here goes nothing. When I looked over, the spirit of the old woman was holding her hand from the other side of the door frame. She was really trying to catch me. I wasn't just being paranoid, she was really going to kill me and turn me into a ghost like her. I was convinced this had to be Yoshi, the teacher from that urban legend. Bracing myself, I darted towards the door at the back end of the classroom. There wasn't a moment to lose. If I didn't act fast, I probably wouldn't be able to act at all. I threw the door open and just began running at the top speed, hoping to escape behind the spirit's back. Unsurprisingly, trying to outrun a ghost proved to be a fruitless endeavor. The spirit saw me and moved at breakneck speed to intercept. Don't come any closer! I got some salt. I got mace. I thrust my hand in my pocket and withdrew the bag of salt. I threw the entire thing directly at the old woman's face. She recoiled. Now's my chance. I ran down the hall as fast as my legs would carry me, briefly glancing over my shoulder after a moment to confirm the spirit was still writhing. I kept on running down that dark hallway with nothing but adrenaline and mortal fear to keep me going. I reached the stairwell at the end of the hall and made a mad dash toward the ground level. I was determined to get out of this building alive. She's pissed. Finally, still moving at the top speed, I reached the windowed door leading outside. Luckily, the malevolent spirit hadn't caught up to me yet. It actually seemed like I might be able to escape. I might actually survive this. Famous last words. I made it. I grabbed the handle and tried pulling it. Huh? No. Cooked. I have to think of something else. At this rate, the horrible woman's going to... No, I can't let that happen. What do I do? What can I do? Break the glass. Wait, break the glass with what? Oh, I didn't think it through. Oh, I'm so cooked. Oh, hey. With my thoughts in order, I came to the sudden realization that I was right near the umbrella racks. Unless the spirit had taken it or something, my umbrella should still have been right where I left it. Here it is. Practically tackled the rack. I'm grabbing my umbrella and in one swift motion, not from the handle, mind you, but from the top. Then, taking the aim at the glass part of the door, I swung as hard as I could, smacking it dead center with a sturdy plastic handle. The glass wasn't going to break so easily, of course, but it did crack, giving me the impetus I need to go a second hit. Break, damn you, break! I shot the glass. I had the umbrella gripped so tightly, the metal skeleton of the academy was leaving indentations on my skin. But I had to make sure there was a better way to do this. But I didn't have the luxury of time to figure out what it might have been. You must not leave. Bro, use the sharp part, yeah? Crack it enough. Use the sharp part. Bam! Come on now. But against back in the glass even harder, even faster. My hands were killing me, but this was only hope for survival. This was my only hope for survival. But after too much effort. Yes, I did it. The glass shattered onto the floor, making one hell of a sound. Tepid air whooshed in from outside. It was still pouring rain, but I was free now. Free to escape from this hellhole. The pane I'd broken was on the lower half of the door. I didn't care if I cut myself, got down my hands and knees, and I crawled like mad. Almost out, I'm almost escape. I feel triumphant. For a brief moment, the fear was gone. I was basking in my victory over this malevolent entity. Huh? But it didn't last long. Because it never does. Before I was even halfway through the door, I felt something coiling itself around my arm. At the start, I looked back. No, I'm good. A tall, shadowy figure appeared behind me in the entranceway, and she had me in her grasp. There wasn't much more to her than an indistinct, flickering silhouette, but I could easily see she had a broken neck. Was this a different apparition? Her scraggly, root-like fingers were squeezing my arm with tremendous force, pushing aside muscle and tissue, and pressing right on the bone. Where are you going, my dear? Just be a little longer. Why won't you wait for me? That hurts. That really hurts, dude. I was shaking hysterically and tears were streaming down my face. I was absolutely convinced that I was going to die here. Let me go. I could offer no resistance. She was too strong. All I could do was plead with her. You're really hurting me. I felt that my arm would snap in two at any moment. be together forever. She wasn't just grabbing, she was twisting as well. The pain was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before, except getting your eye stabbed out, but you don't remember that. I couldn't think about anything else. My mind was absorbed by the unconscionable agony. Oh! Tsukasa! Tsukasa? I thought my arms was about to snap off, and then all of a sudden I was whisked away. It was by Tsukasa. Are you okay? Tsukasa? No time to explain. We have to run. What? Tsukasa was still holding on to me tightly after saving me from the brink of death. He led me back into the school in incredible speed. Wait, what the hell was that thing? Please tell me I'm just dreaming. He practically spit these words as he continued running. Why is Tsukasa here? Tried to match his gait, but once we were a bit more in sync, I looked up at his face. After we'd reached at the end of the hall, he suddenly veered into the last classroom before the stairwell, pulling me in with him. What are we gonna do here? Okay, whatever. Shishido, you okay? I'm fine. I can walk by myself, really. Oh, sorry, my bad. Moved away from Tsukasa and almost immediately spilled into the ground like a house of cards. Whoa, you don't seem okay to me. Maybe not, but I just need it for you. Hey, don't push yourself. Tsukasa grabbed my arm to help me up. Unfortunately, it was the arm Yoshi had been twisting. Sorry, is that the arm that's hurting you then? Yeah, I don't know how bad it is, but it really stings like it's on fire. I drew my other hand over the sore spot where I assumed it was probably one hell of a bruise. I started rubbing gently, but it didn't help at all. That's not good. We should get you to the nurse's office right away and then take good care of it. But then we'll be exposing ourselves to that ghost again, right? Yeah. About going back out there and facing Yoshi made me shudder. I couldn't believe he was even entertaining the idea. Don't worry. Even if she does come to get us, I'll keep you safe no matter what. Tsukasa, bro, what's this guy gonna do, bro? I'm not gonna lie. What's this guy gonna do, bro? He ain't gonna do shit. Tsukasa's gentle assurance actually made me forget the pain in my arm for a moment. To stop myself from blushing, or try to, at any rate. Bro, I just clocked. Oh, no. Sorry. I thought I saw something else. Never mind. You need to treat your injuries as quickly as possible, or else they could get worse. The nurse may not be in, but I can easily apply a first aid. Okay? Right then, let's go. Tsukasa offered me his hand, and I graciously took it, squeezing it tightly as he led me back into the hallway. Tsukasa's hand, it's so warm. Despite the fact that nothing had really changed, I was still just as much danger as I had been. The paralyzing fear I'd been feeling was gone. If it were just me, I would have never been able to do this. I would have frozen up, but with Tsukasa leading the way, I feel like I could do anything. Shishido, you okay to run? Sure. With my blessing, Tsukasa upped his pace significantly. He's a little sharp. I prayed silently for a smooth sailing as I followed Tsukasa's lead. As long as he's with me, I think I'll be okay. I gently squeezed his hand again, as if to reassure myself that he was still with me. I was starting to think that maybe Yoshi was gone. Maybe he'd thwarted her, but of course, just as I was thinking, that she made her presence known again. What the hell was that? Show yourself! Why would you say that? Why would you say that, bro? Why would you say that shit? Show yourself! Don't do that. Don't do that. Immediately drew myself into Tsukasa's back. Bring me more! Tsukasa the same shadow-like spirit from before. Must have been waiting here to ambush us. It's alright, stay calm. But the ghost was moaning and wavering before us. We'd never be able to get past it. You'll do anything for me. Hey, Shishido. Yeah? Go draw that thing's attention. While it's distracted, I want you to run. What? No way! We'll run together! I've got a secret weapon. You what? The keepsake charm my grandmother gave me. When I pointed it at the thing earlier, it definitely had an effect. A charm? Yeah. Tsukasa be putting yourself right in harm's way. Yeah, I'll be fine. It'll work out somehow or another. That's not... Stay where you are. We really didn't have time to be arguing. I was closing in fast. And as it did, I noticed the spirit's figure had become more defined. She was a tall young woman with her head turned sideways at a 90-degree angle. The tale of Yoshi suggests that she fell down a flight of stairs, so a broken neck would certainly fit. Go, run! Ah! He gave me back a shove to get me started, and with no time to object, I unconsciously obliged. Tsukasa ran to, darting ahead of me with a few short moments. Ghost lady, come over here. Tsukasa ran as close as he possibly could to get to Yoshi's attention, then turned tail and began sprinting off in the opposite direction. Come get me! Amazingly, it worked. The spirit began chasing Tsukasa, leaving me completely unobstructed. Just feel like, should I really escape without him? I was torn, but on the other hand, I knew this was my best chance, and I couldn't help worrying about what happened to Tsukasa if the charm failed. I stopped for a moment and glanced over my shoulder. He was still running and the shadow figure was still not in hot pursuit. Chikasa, you need to take out your charm. It's fine. I told you to keep going. Once you're out of harm's way. Yeah, maybe if you just leave him be, let him figure it out, maybe then he'll be fine. I still can't believe I fell for it, but this was right about when I realized the truth. Tsukasa had no protective charm. He just made that up so I wouldn't object too strongly to him serving as decoy while I got away. I can't let him go through with this. I stopped in my tracks and shouted out at the top of my lungs, Yoshi, hold it right there! I wasn't sure what exactly I was getting myself into, but I had to do something, and calling the spirit's name definitely seemed to have an effect. That's right, I know your name. Well, at once the black figure was facing me, though I never saw her turn around. She was flying towards me now, ignoring Tsukasa. I'm not scared, I'm not scared. I repeated this like a monster and stuck one hand in my pockets, grasping tightly onto the one and only item I stashed there. You know who I am, then. Unlike him, I have a real protective charm. Tsukasa's air, his effort, his release, it all packs into this pencil. When you get right down to it, that's what a charm is, right? I squeezed the nubbly little thing into my pocket, mentally preparing myself for the confrontation ahead, the confrontation I impulsively initiated. Oh, bro, she's gonna pull that shit out. Pencil! Ghost bathed as fuck. Is this your girl? Is this... Whose girl is this? Zeno, you have to run. I won't. I absolutely will not. God, please protect me. I closed my eyes, lifted my hand from the pocket, and brandished Tsukasa's pencil intently. The gauntlet had been thrown, and I was putting a lot of faith into this, and I really, really hoped I hadn't made a mistake in doing so. My name is Yuji Shishida. My goal is to become a teacher here at this school. I opened my eyes to find that the shadow spirit Yoshi had stopped dead in her tracks. Did it work? Was Tsukasa's pencil keeping its vengeful soul at bay? I don't need a replacement. Just die. Suddenly, I was whisked off my feet and slammed against the ceiling. God damn! Yo, the voice actors, they were getting paid. The voice actors were getting paid. I could see him down below. He was staring up at me and desperately leaping. He was trying to catch me, I suppose, even though he knew he'd never reach. I called out to him over and over again in my mind. If he could get away, if he could survive this ordeal, then all would have been worth it. Yoshi was drawing near, and I was helplessly pinned to the ceiling. I had no chance at all. There was no doubt in my mind that my life was over. I clung to the relief that I felt at Tsukasa's safety. It was the only thing keeping me from losing my head entirely. Then all at once the situation took a complete 180. It was like a miracle. Whoa! Yoshi's in you. Before I had any idea what was happening, I found myself bathed in a gentle light. The woman from this morning? I saw I was unable to protect you, but now, at least this evil will spread no further. It was a woman who had collapsed in front of my house. She was standing down below me, enveloped in a warm glow. The black shadow lunged towards her, and there was a horrific noise and the old woman was gone. Just like that, I fell to the ground. Whatever Yoshi had done to me, the old woman must have nullified it. That must have been why she came to me this morning, and that's why she had come again now. I felt like I was going to faint. Tsukasa ran to my side and gently scooped me off the ground into his arms. Yoshi's spirit was gone. She vanished along with the light, around us now. The only sound was the pitter-patter of raindrops on the school roof. Tsukasa? I'd suffered quite a bump on the head from my fall and was decidedly disorientated. But I still had enough sense to make my arms around Tsukasa neck. You idiot. I didn't necessarily to run away. Sorry, it's just... I wanted to protect you. I couldn't bear the thought of losing you is what I wanted to say, but instead I just passed out in his arms. God damn. I felt as though I was waking up from a long, horrible dream. Hey, you okay? See, this is what would have happened if fucking Mochida was caught in her house earlier, bro. Sister? Where are we? Man, how hard a fool was that? We're in the nurse's office. Can you tell? Nurse's office? It occurred to me to look at my surroundings. Probably something I should have done before asking about them, but in my defense, I was out cold. The beige walls, pink curtains, white beds with solid blue covers. This was indeed the school infirmary, no doubt about it. Why are you... The better question is why you're here. I found you passed out here on the ground out there, so I carried you in. Out where exactly? Jeez, did you get out with concussion or something? It was right by the school gate. School gate? That's where you found me? Uh-huh. Ring any bells? But I was trapped inside the school and running from Yoshi, wasn't I? That's right. My arm's probably broken. My arm's okay? Your arm? Was it a dream? No, it couldn't have been. I mean, it really hurt. I really did think I was going to die.
ああ
Well, you're still a little out of sorts, but I'm glad you're safe at any
こういう
rate.
のって虫の知らせ
I guess you could say I had a gut feeling, maybe. I just got concerned and stopped by your house. Your mom told me that you'd gone back to the school, so I came here to find you, and well, I found you.
あの、
Yes, yes. There'll be time for thanks and such later on. Right now, there's something I've got to do, so hang on a sec.
あ、
Okay.
さくん
Where are you going to, Kasai? I wanted to ask you about Yoshi.
シドさん
Oh, shit. Glad to see you're awake.
驚いたわよ
It was both quite a scare. Yukuni was pale as a ghost when you came to get me. Lucky for you, I was working late
ご
tonight.
迷惑をおかけして
I'm so sorry to have troubled you. It's fine, of course, but you know you really were moaning in your sleep. Were you having nightmares?
そうよ
Nightmares. Like you were. Mikuni was worried sick about you.
そうだ
So it was just a nightmare then? Maybe that really scary story this afternoon was just too much for
と
me.
もかく
You feeling a little better now at least?
はい
Yeah,
そう
that's good.
よかったわ
The nurse smiled cheerfully and disappeared behind the partitioning curtain. Letting out a sigh, I laid myself down on the bed once more. It was dead silent. The rain must have let up. The only sound I heard was the occasional cough from the nurse, who was otherwise going about her business quietly.
そういえば
About the pen case. I thrust my hands in my pockets, but not really expecting to find it, but
ちゃんと
there it is. The pen case, complete with Sakasa's pencil talisman inside, was present and accounted for, which meant that I made it to my
やっ
classroom.
ぱり
Maybe it wasn't a dream after all.
おーい
Hey. Oh, Sakasa's back.
さくんおかえり
Trying to remember what details could have happened when I unexpectedly felt something cold pressed against my cheek. What are you?
お前
You were sleeping pretty restlessly, you know, and sweating an awful lot, so I figured you might be thirsty here. It's a cafe au lait.
ありがとう
Sakasa went on his way to buy this just for me. It was a lovely gesture. How could I possibly refuse? Isn't it tomorrow? Or I guess it's today now. But either way, don't you have an entrance exam? What time does it start? At 9.
あと4時間
So 4 hours then. Think about that right now. And after the day I just had,
今
I was put through hell on earth. Taking a test was the furthest thing from my mind. I was in tears and I had no idea why. It was because I was so relieved, so glad to be alive. Okay, Shishido, can you stand? Huh?
ちょうどいいから
The time is just right, so I'm going to show you something good. Something good? Yeah. Or rather, it's something I really want you to see, if you're up to it. Sure, I guess. Oh, it's going to be a special place. Watch. My nose was still running, but my heart felt a lot lighter. I no longer felt threatened by this school. I was comfortable and safe. Two of us left the nurse's office, with Sukada in the lead, and even though I was holding a cold coffee in my hands, I felt warm all over. Neither of us said a thing as he led me through the empty halls. It occurred to me that when we last saw one another, I was mad at him. Look, Shishido, we're here.
ここって
What? Isn't this just the hallway between the buildings? Just wait, you'll see it in a minute.
すぐ
No idea what I was looking for. I just kept staring at him, but his eyes were fixed on the window leaning out into the walkway. As I gazed upon him in profile, I felt my heart skip a beat. I have to apologize for what happened yesterday,
ちゃいけない
but I wasn't sure what to say. I let my feelings get the better of me and reprimanded him for behavior that was, at least at the time, entirely reasonable. There was more to it than that, though. There was one particular reason, more than any other, that had made it hard for me to think of the worst to say here. He and I ran from Yoshi together. We escaped her wrath against insurmountable odds. And what if that wasn't all just a
出
dream?
てきたぞ
There we go. Huh? Sakasa's pointing a finger and... Whoa, that's beautiful.
朝日
Absolutely stunning sunrise. Look there. Oh, game is game.
すごい
Oh, come on, Yui. Yui make moves. Not gonna lie to you.
俺
Actually, the sunset I enjoy watching most from here, but the sunrise is pretty great too.
だよ
It's gorgeous. The whole town is painted orange.
元気
Looks like you're back in good spirits then. That is the place you were talking about, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it is.
今まで絶
You've been keeping this spot for me all
対
this time?
なかった
Why now? Why are you showing it to me today?
別に
No reason, really.
なんとなく
No reason, huh? I could think of a reason, but I didn't say anything. It just seemed kind of far-fetched to me, as if I were misinterpreting here. I'd be very embarrassed. He couldn't possibly, could he? My face felt kind of warm. I placed the Seti Cafe au lait can on my cheek and sighed softly. You feeling okay? Your face is really red. What? It is?
具合悪いん
You
じゃ
still, you aren't still feeling faint, are you? No, nothing like that. It's just, yeah, it's the sun. It's making way, like peeling off my
ない
skin.
あ
Okay.
あなるほどな
Boys can be so tense sometimes. Good luck on the exam, by the way. If you head back now and get ready, you should still be able to make it. Thank you. That's what I like about you, Sakasa. Huh? Also, I'm sorry. For what?
いや
Well, it's just that yesterday things might have seemed a little awkward between us after talking about that school legend, remember?
あ
Oh yeah, I think I remember
あ
something like
そ
that.
んなこと
そんなことも
Something like that. I was really bothered by it, you know?
女子は本当
You guys obsess over the littlest things sometimes. Me, I didn't think anything of it. Really now? I let out another sigh and turned back towards the sun, stretching my arms out skyward. Sunwave exhaustion overcame me. Bro, this guy did not give a fuck, bro. He was like, alright, you got a bit pissed, charge it. I don't care. You completely forgot about that interaction. The day got brighter bit by bit, and I just stood there silently trying to piece together all jumbled thoughts rattling around in my head. I was running away from Yoshi, and Tsukasa was with me. Then I was saved by that old woman. Really was just a dream, huh? As the bright rays of sun washed over me, I felt my new life and new hope welling up from within, and I finally came to terms with those horrid events. Most likely, I got the pen case for that incident, but then on my way back, something hit my head and knocked me out. That would have been just my luck. Shido, don't move. It's right there, just like that. Didn't know what he was planning to do. He was just staring at me. Kind of felt like he was staring into my soul. And then, what? Slowly caught. Is he? No, is he really going to? I shut my eyes. I was ready for this. Or maybe I didn't want to look. The next sensation I felt wasn't quite the one I was expecting. What happened here? He grabbed my arm for some reason and was staring down at it intensely. What the hell is he doing? Seriously, I had no idea what was there. So he was just concerned by the strange bruise I'd apparently received, which had momentarily become visible when I raised my arms. It was right around my elbow, right where Yoshi had grabbed me in my dream. It's like it hurts. It doesn't hurt at all, actually, but what? Never mind, it's nothing. Remember where I smiled, I gently pulled my arm from his grip. Hey, Tsukasa? Yeah? Before we go home, I have a favor to ask you. What is it? Would you mind if we held hands? Held hands? Yeah, just for a little. Or is that asking too much? When he asked why I wanted to do this, I fed him his own lie, told him no reason. We only joined fingertips, but for the first time, it really felt like I was connected to another person's heart. I remember feeling so happy. Damn. Ah, now she's called Miss Shishido, so now we know that she's... Hey, Miss Yui. Tsukasa, Miss Yui, please. I knew I'd heard that voice before, but who was it? Was I just dreaming again? I still felt as though I was holding Tsukasa's hand, though. You had your hand. Ah, finally, we're back. Oh, thank fuck, we're back. Oh, and my battery's dying. Oh, my battery's dying. Hold up. Whee! Take that shit out. Yep. Stick that shit in. Ah, there you go. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why does it never save my settings, bro? Why is it always fucking fighting me on this, bro? It's so annoying. Like, just save the settings that I give you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Finally back. You're awake. Huh? What? Moshida? That's right. It's Moshida. I was still dazed. I had no idea what was going on. All I knew was that one of my students, Satoshi Moshida, was here. He looked concerned. See where your hand is. Huh? Oh my! Finally realized what he was talking about. I was holding Moshida's hand in my own and squeezing it awfully tightly. Excuse me, please. I'm so sorry. That's the problem, though. I have to say you have a really strong grip, Miss Yui. Do I now? In the past, I was... Oh! The bruise is still there. I was being a weak and dainty young beauty, you know. How exactly do I respond to that? Well, you could say something nice. Mochida was a good student. He and I got along well, and we were already falling back into our usual pattern of good-natured ribbing, except... Wait a minute, why are you... Well, that's... I told you earlier, didn't I? I guess you wouldn't be surprised you don't remember anything. What am I supposed to remember exactly? A little while ago, you ate some porridge I made and took medicine before passing out again. I told you everything then. You did? Have you seriously forgotten all of that? Completely. Don't laugh. Watch it aside and pointed at the table. Class notes from Mr. Yamazaki. So I just deliver those? Yeah. And when I did, you were in a pretty bad way, so I made you some porridge. Oh, well, don't worry. I had permission. Monet said I could borrow your kitchen. Monet did he? Stroked Monet's neck as he lied down contently on my futon. Such a pretty kitty. I was getting kind of wrapped up in petting him, as I often did. I almost forgot Mochida was here until he let out a huge sigh. Leaving your front door unlocked is really dangerous. Oh, was it open? Yeah, and you're lucky I was the one to discover that. You really need to be more careful. Duly noted, thanks. Did I say something funny? No, you just sound like my mother. Yikes, I don't think I like the implications there. I didn't mean to laugh. It must have seemed kind of deranged, but I could always blame it on the fever. Moshida looked at me and let out another sigh. My poor sense of humor must have been getting to him. Well, you seem a lot better now than you were when I got here, so that's something. You slept like a rock, Miss Yui. That's right. I woke up this morning feeling dizzy and chilled. I called in sick, put out food for Monet, but I didn't remember a single thing after that. We're going to the convenience store?
コンビニ
The convenience store? Yeah. Found cold packs and snacks. Let's see. Here. Look, the time of the receipt was this morning. Oh, you're right. Could you possibly not remember going to the store? Amazing. That's just seriously. You put yourself together. You didn't go out in your pajamas or anything, did
そん
you?
なことは
Well, I don't
な
think I did.
どうかな
I wouldn't be surprised.
笑ってごまかさ
Don't try and hide behind that laugh. Sorry. Were you taking care of me this whole time? Uh-huh.
そう
Really sorry you had to stay this late.
遅くまでごめん
I
な
was
さい
already past 10 o'clock in the evening. Wow. He left his girl, fam. He's like, I'm not going to lie. Fuck you. I'm taking care of the teacher, bro. I'm going for the older thing. Mad thing. I couldn't believe Machida had been with me this whole time. I felt both guilty and grateful. I definitely gained a new respect for him.
まだちょっと残って
Still a load of porridge left if you get hungry. Thanks. And I bought these too. You went to the supermarket? There wasn't anything in the fridge when I checked, so I figured I might as well. The bag was quite heavy. Inside it was a bottle of orange juice, some bananas, canned peaches, apples, and other assorted fruits.
これ
That's vitamins. When you're as sick as you were, your body needs all the help it can get to fight back. Think of it like medicine.
持田君
Bro. This guy likes his teacher too much. I wouldn't be doing all this. To be fair, if it was Miss Yui. If it was Miss Yui, man. You want some of my fruit? Yeah, sure. How much fruit couldn't have become cheap, especially from a high schooler? I considered offering to pay him back, but decided against it. I knew he wouldn't take my money, and besides, I really appreciate the fact he'd gone all this trouble for me. I'd return the favor another time. If it ever seemed like he was going to be staying late after school, I'd buy him a dinner. Or I could help him with preparations for the school festival.
じゃあ俺帰るよ
Well, it's getting late. I should go.
大丈夫
Oh, will you be okay?
わかるかし
Do you
ら
know your way back? If you'd like, I can take you at least part of the way.
大丈夫
It's fine. Just go back to sleep, Miss Yui. You're not better just yet. And besides, it isn't safe for a woman to walk alone at night. Oh, you're such a sweetie. Seeing how much you care just makes my heart skip a beat.
あれ
Does it now? I'm not sure you should be saying something like that to me, Miss Yui. Huh? Why not?
なんで
Moshida and I joked like this a lot. Usually it made him blush and get adorably embarrassed. But not today. Today he just grinned sheepishly with a mischievous glint in his eyes. I didn't quite get it. What was his angle? Who's Sakasa, Miss Yui? Is he your boyfriend? How do you... You kept calling his name in your sleep. Sakasa, you cried, lost in some sort of wonderful dream. What? So who is he? Oh my gosh. Yes, King. That crafty Mochida had turned the tables on me, and now how embarrassing to know I've been calling Sakasa's name. Well,
それは
I hesitated to answer for a moment, but then figured, what the hell, why not? Sakasa was my first love.
ふーん
Oh.
その様子じゃ
Judging by your actions earlier, you must have seriously been head over heels for him. What? Why?
だって
Well, when I got here, you thought I was Sakasa. It was unbelievable.
やだ
What are you saying? Miss, you tried to fuck me, and I may or may not have let it happen, but it's because your fever made me do it. Oh shit. That fucking terrified me. That's such a fucking... That's such an over-the-top noise. Miss you, your face is beet red. That's just my fever, I swear. Well, that's fine. I'll let you believe whatever you want to believe. Oh, come on. Whatever happened to respecting your elders? You shouldn't mess with adults. You're in rare form today. We never get to see you like this. I wasn't sure he was ever going to give me the full story of all the embarrassing things I'd done in my fevered days. And maybe it was better he didn't. Either way, I was in his debt. So he could tease me all he wanted. Just this once. Oh, crap. To get going, Yuka's going to be really angry with
今日
me.
はありがとね
Thanks for
もう暗い
everything.
から今日は
Oh, Yuka. Yuka's his sister, not his fucking girlfriend. His girlfriend's Naomi. Oh my god, this whole time I've been calling his sister his girlfriend. Yo! Be careful on your way home. No worries.
それじゃあ先生
So, Mrs. Yui, you be sure to eat right and get better as soon as possible. You hear me? Of course. I'll be quick. I'll kick this in no time.
ファイト
Fight the good fight.
ありがとう
Thanks.
いい子だな
What a good kid, that Mochida. I better be careful, though. He is my student, after all.
あの子は生徒
Bro, was she starting to feel something for him? Fucking hell. Come here, Monet. You sleep with mommy tonight. I miss you, Sakasa.
司くん
Damn. A chronicle of past events. Wow. I actually really fucked with that. For Purgatory. Yeah, I really fucked with that. I feel like at first I was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of like, but then like as I got into it, I was actually like, you know what? Miss Yuri is one of the coldest characters in this game. And now like I just have this like deep connection to her now. And she kind of bad though. It's also just a really funny chapter. I feel like, yeah, I really liked it. I really fucked that. All right, chat. I'm gonna keep it stepping. I'm gonna keep it moving. Great game, great time. So gassed. I'll be seeing you guys soon with another stream or another video. Actually, I'm editing a video right now, so whichever one comes first. Honestly, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.